katabin say you, what you can sing. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamianko. Bobie Ansah, Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can sing. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamianko. Bobie Ansah, Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can sing. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamianko. Bobie Ansah, Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can sing. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamianko. Bobie Ansah, Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can sing. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamianko. Bobie Ansah, Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can sing. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamianko. Bobie Ansah, Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can sing. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamianko.
Bobie.
nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah berema be mati gara furuku be puntimpuna si sokode no wakanchira katabin se you wachi unkensen Kwabena keja guma mne yanko nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah berema be mati gara furuku be puntimpuna si sokode no wakanchira katabin se you wachi unkensen Kwabena keja guma mne yanko nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah berema be mati gara furuku be puntimpuna si sokode no wakanchira katabin se you wachi unkensen Kwabena keja guma mne yanko nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah berema be mati gara furuku be puntimpuna si sokode no wakanchira katabin se you wachi unkensen Kwabena keja guma mne yanko nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah berema be mati gara furuku be puntimpuna si sokode no wakanchira katabin se you wachi unkensen Kwabena keja guma mne yanko nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah berema be mati gara furuku be puntimpuna si sokode no wakanchira katabin se you wachi unkensen Kwabena keja guma mne yanko nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah berema be mati gara furuku be puntimpuna si sokode no wakanchira katabin se you wachi unkensen Kwabena keja guma mne yanko Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamanianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamanianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamanianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamanianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamanianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamanianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Gumamanianko. Bobie Ansah. Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Guma Manianko. Bobie Ansah. Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Guma Manianko. Bobie Ansah. Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Guma Manianko. Bobie Ansah. Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Guma Manianko. Bobie Ansah. Berma Bemeti Garafru Kube Puntimpunasi Sokode, no Akanchra Katabin say you, what you can say. Kwabena, Kaja Guma Manianko.
Monfa. You see, Minya a Kwajo upon Kroma, a information minister. Say, Onia, Tiemia, Minya. Oh, sometimes, at the end of yes, we try to judge as brothers, we try to talk among ourselves, but sometimes, at the end of the and that is why maintain damn pariase. Look, and now me send you asare CID guy now on it. Me send you funny picture to our mame. Funny picture to our mame. Funny picture. Ghana Ford. This is Mr. Asare at the CID headquarters. We and a friend say me pedo a false information. Tio. He called me once. Or friend me one say this boy called me once, offer me one penno. Statement ya otimi ene eye friend say akwasi fori and akwasi fori tifie wa ye mobo. And Ansah enya akwasi fori, ye bra akwasi fori. Na Ansah Michiano somewhere last 2 weeks or so, Michiano baby. why basa wa hwe manim se o pese me chia no osadi o nam so anya nyame nam so na nka me bo suma wotra form. Okay, so this is Mr. Asare, CID headquarters. This young man can lie on you. Amas yebekun kra yebekun. This young man, very young man. Unim wawiye, you don't know, you don't need to antagonize people unnecessary. Yes, you are an MPP member. Obianka semenya MPP. Because a time will come, NDC2 will come in power. You don't know who will take over your position. And you don't know where you will find yourself. Forget about your CID away. Minimum security personnel, they have found yourselves in a very wrong line. Meaning plenty. Because we have been in there before. I know what goes in there. So this my brother, Mr. Asare. This is Asare. Obia Wunimu CID headquarters. This is Mr. Asare for you. Now, this gentleman say open false information. Ya cho a criminal offense. Ya cho a bull. So he sent people to come and arrest me and beat me and throw me into cells. This is Asare. This guy. This young man. And I've started picking some information about his family and his people. I mean, it's very dirty. Now, if you should mention what DB, here for more here the MPP for you. This is not the first time. Kwame, this is not the first time. So I want to ask Mr. Asare. Mr. Asare, is it that you are MPP? So, I mean, the principles guiding your work, you have thrown into dogs. Is that the question? Kwame, the first one, your chroma, and I mean, you have job on chroma beka say, almost set up some, almost there is some security, blah blah blah. What is it? What? No, let me hear. Misinformation, something. Okay. Now, the Omo say Omo de monitor crofwa, they misinform public. Now, say Omo ajelu Omo. I don't know what they wanted to do. Okay. Agreed. So, we understand. Yet, yana a MPP for boys, so nyame amo abotra the way be say describe omo no MPP for boys na but kwadwo upon kroma to me funti mate kwadwo yete kroma ana wa won kola no omwo Jubilee House omko fast statement bi di UTV embossment etoso kire say attribute sa comment no say John Mahama na na UTV and a publish here. And a UTV a babontina or more issue a disclaimer that they don't know anything about it. Omo yadiano from Jubilee House. Yanchi obia yanka bibia anchire obia edida MPP for Facebook social media handles. As I speak, me were about 2-3 people. Yeah, I'm the two social media handles. So at least say most of the principles na yeah juma. Those people should be arrested and prosecuted. Say omo control at Joma so. And now me pacho Ghana for muntie me across the country. We offices me pamcho muntie masem yibi mame. Enkanya sa. Okay. Ya no nkoto nchen ya wa na omko doctor tape bi se ese edun katia ane ya no so omde share the same UTV meboa ananya UTV ese edun katia de na eva no omo doctor na omde koto online bi na make no anya UTV anya piece of na say akra omo say foforo the same thing. General Mosquito deɛ no ɛyɛ saa boy wei what's it Miracles de Nisabuaji na de kɔto ni the Facebook ɛna ɔno a pulling it down but ɔde to hɔ no amanfoɔ yiyɛ enti sɛ policefoɔ sɛ asare headquarters say ɔmo the principles na ɛyɛ adwuma a Miracle Abuaji ne nam hɔ ɔtan ne yaw dampare ne asare ɔtan ne yaw it won't take you anywhere. It will end up destroying you guys, but more time na somebody should tell Asare our headquarters was say the time na endru ho ya hunu nkrofo kromwa and na bia ya mobo e bia kadam e bia dwane ndi Asare o time na endru ye and also ya guy na wodi ntroto nkrofo so kwaso omo ye sadie we nyina obi anya omo hwe ma mention the latest one etie for mo hwe sadie we wi na mo musa se ade adam pare ne asare ti ekromu a eye no se ya de papa mo hwe sadie we o de I'm so sorry say ye ni obi ade kran mo George Kwatin meboa adenta George Kwatin is my brother. I don't hold anything against George Kwatin. George Nim said him and Tem City. He knows, he's aware. George Nim. But you see, sometimes we need to give them these examples to tell them that, look, Adiana mo yeno, what be. So this is George Kwatin Adenta. And we go post to ye, omode, City FM online. No, this City FM logo. Ana omode owura Jomama ene ye maame Professor Jane and omo atrase attributing the statement to Jomama. Jane Nana is too slow. I need an energetic running mate to win the 2024 elections. Mahama the ye obia mamra kro no ni nipa foforo. You don't do it like so. This is city TV. Almost disclaimer no. Yeah, there are two your page, and let me read it. Please note that the news card below is fake and isn't from City Newsroom. So visit citynewsroom.com for authentic and comprehensive news stories. Blah 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 blah. So there's it. And no. Me the end obi ama me deny o. Obi ama me kahwe. Yes wabo yes first lady Rebecca Dean. Just look at that. Just look at that. And this is the reality. It's very sad we are here. It's very sad we are here. But I'm sorry there. We'll share your Facebook page. I did two in. This is what the MPP information or more pushy kokromuni. And a disclaimer City TV, City FM also the ABBA any. Hey, now be misinformation. As to change will be there. I see. When it is about John Mahama, but when it's about the Kufuor family, omuni ye nipa, a Kufuor way. So ojina we nipa. And I'm sorry, untra headquarters one query you. No, bro. Oh yeah, let's keep on going. And there must say, ube hu amanfo no mu bi, ube hu omo. Then we take it from there. Just be fair with your work. Be fair with your job. Obiani uni asem. We MPP ni anya bone. Madam Pare, tell sorry. Be fair with your job. Be fair with your work. Period. Ni nyina yantra o manu fe. Mi hia ma chia wo hia me a wa chia me yedi nkomo. Me nua te say me fomra, mamra ni mi ni. Also fomra, me so se me wotumi a me mamra ni wadi. But Emma de obinya ya no din trogu ni panaso because you disagree with Bobie. Obi busa say na this legal team no mo here there for this fake news. E dey no mo here. Dan pare na be ka kire say obi hye nkom, wo hye nkom kura na enkom no. As a dan pare ne papa ani nyame ne kasa say we nkom se no eye wrong na we dey ne right. Look at this stupidity. Look at this stupidity. The hye nkom kura no wo say eye misinformation enti e chi no. MPP communicators trust them a cookie stories. Now omo de beto omo pages you know them ukro we mu say miracle boagini George Adenta kwatini asumasini obinti you know them muni mo omo nyina mo hwe ni ye na ene ma sesa mba mani pa di boni o mani pa ha adwene na mo hwe ni ye because enyama mu create to ono ne elsa mu twa to ono eye MPP fo no na say ye fast ka kire mo say munyai because one hwe ya almost oh now enra obi fra me ka kire me say samia okunum say omo namfofo ne omane bo amanom ne ade enti dede no ayeye no eye kwa menka say men father for in NDC and menka say wo NDC ma men father for in MPP. I haven't said that. Munyina betimi free Eastern region. I don't care. I have friends in MPP from Ashanti region. That is okay. And me no problem bia. But the point is that look, when we get there, a street tribunal man for by action. No? Yeah, that time you don't have police escort. You don't have state security. Oh yes, you don't have anything. amanfo bɛtoa wɔ fie ɛhɔ na abɛhu sɛ yes sɛ mompɛ sɛ ɔman ne da ne gang state a ɛnyɛ cool. It will come in a different form. Ɛnyɛ cool. Ɛbɛba in a different form. Because obiara ntumi ntra sɛ ɛmea ntete no na obi mfi ɛngyi di sɛ ɔno hyɛ akyire ɛna ɔno yɛ saa na ɔno de ɔno onim obi nti ɛnde si wini a ɔno no yɛ free daabi wonyɛ free yɛbɛhyia wɔ street no mu wonyɛ free yɛbɛhyia wɔ street no mu deɛ wadamfo biara ni ndc mu a ɔne control street no mu ɛne agye sɛ ɔhyɛw dɛm wohyɛw dɛm saa kɔpem the next 8 years na ɔhyɛw dɛm but wosi abɔnten deɛ a gye sɛ ɔkɔfrɛ asare ne dampare no ba nti mu ne ɛmo nkɔ so sɛ ɔmo ahyɛ aseɛ ɔmo picture ɔmo professor Jane a picture ɔmo de yɛyɛ you see yeah we dampare no mu a na ɔmo asere ɔmo wi a na ɔmo akɔfrɛ John Mahama nom drop it for me mo de ɛmo nkɔ so one day one fine afternoon ɛbɛyɛ mo sɛ sini mame anya saa adwuma wei mahu sɛ ɛyɛ friend sɛ school for yi bi ɔmo ɛyɛ ɔmo tro no yase right 1 or 2 1 okay I'll come and deal with it you hold on for me I'll come and deal with it Kwame wanya dia me kyerɛ no nyinaa wanya ni nyinaa
Wabatele Accra FM, Nyaya Mami.
Senior presidential advisor to the president. Na mame emamo eye scandal bi a eboboba from Oraya Osafo Mafo any public reform sector headed by Kusibuafo, right? Kusibuafo. Okay. So Ghana Frontier mi yepa. Public reform sector ese eyo Osafo ase meboa, right? Okay. So Osafo ena eye senior presidential advisor to Akufo-Addo. Meba cho Ghana ni bia owo office, Ghana ni bia oteka mu amu wo fie muntie miye pa. Osafo ena eye senior presidential advisor. Public reform sector scandal ebubo free wo bano eye too damning, but maybe be so apapo e di amamo maybe be so kakra bi di ama Ghana for later ndi aka ne ebe ye ho adwuma. Nyame ya adoma Friday coming Osafo Mafo any enipa mako 30 aduasa from public sector reform office Omu tukwai. Omu tukwai ako eye Korea. Enipa 30. Now, according to insiders, ewo Kusi Buafo office and Osafmaf office, they are supposed to take 2 people. Enipa mienu pe na say free Osafmaf office echo. Omo ko this Friday. Omo free Ghana this Friday. Enipa mienu ene ese omo ko. The entire omo echo eye Korea no. Omo our agency bi wo Korea omo kire omo how to reform public sector. Various agencies, any departments said the embassy abua ama hono etimi apeja. That is the reason why. And any pet to pe and omo invite to omo. They are taking 30 people. Nipa mako 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 30. And do omoko. 30. Osafumafo eka ho. Kusi Buafo eka ho. Ne deputy a friend David Esuman Mensa oka ho. Now put Osafumafo and Kusi Buafo picture here for me. 30. Friday when omutu. Omo process documents we started monitoring them since last week. Osafmafo nie Kusi Buafo nie. This guy Kusi Buafo, the kind of insults di atema what kroma di frikumase ke kan kwasi asem sa. Why am preaching about protecting the public purse? This guy, this riff-raff, Kusi Buafo, meaning no, me wa hello FM, no ni na motek. Me wa hello FM ukumase no, no ni na motek, otek FM. Meaning Kusi Buafo pa. Me wa hello FM no, no ni na motek. Sa time. Kusi Buafo entimi nante ko otek ekoko kasa ema MPP nu atwa mu aba ayi Fox FM me nu agimi ntino mama na ma me program so da okumase. This is Kusi Buafo and Osafmafo nie. I wish we can get the other people. Okay, so add the David guy. David Esuman Mensa way Ninuya any gifty auntie. The deputy director for the public reform sector no. Kusi Buafo and a CEO. Me pacho Fadian to see. Kusi Buafo na CEO. Anna David no. Yeah, near bad gifty auntie. I just mentioned Gifty. She is my sister. And yes, I can't but I just mentioned her so that Mubehuni Pakra Mekanasem. And that guy is called David Esuman Mensa. On air deputy director. This is the guy. Eugene Zumini Kakramame. That's the David Esuman Mensa. This is the guy. I met him recently. Mishiano Otokro Bimu. Now Obama Bedim Komobi. And I was there. So this is our brother, David Esuman Mensa. And this is Kusi Buafo. David no crowd on one can kwasi asem. Kusi Buafo. Almost 12 free Ghana nyame ya adoma Friday. Enipa 30. Budget almost free office $500,000. Yes. $500,000. That is ticket. Omu kodra per dem nipa 30. Omu ransom be in and out. omo nipa 30 nyina expenses sika omo agi a free a year office from the public reform sector $500,000 enye Ghana cedis dollars $500,000 and omo dey ko. This is Osafo Mafo. He's part of them. This is Kusibuafo. This is David. These two gentlemen are working under Osafo Mafo. These two gentlemen, these two, Omo Yajuma and Osafo Mafo, they derive their powers from Osafo Mafo. $500,000. On to Friday. Sir, Aquanto when Nipa 2. That is the letter they have. Say Nipa 2. But they are taking 30 people. 30. Now, per Dr. Betty Nano Fatuo, very good. Thank you. When you're Halima Yakubu. Okay, all right. So I'll come there. Albert Braco say, and the irony of it is that they work for public sector reform. What are they reforming? They are reforming their pockets. They are reforming themselves. They are reforming their lives. This minim Osafo Mafo. I say. Minim David Krano, minim Kusibuafo. This stupid guy was just walking on the street of Kumasi, insulting Mahama or the Friotech. No abesere kwa Fox. No sane na odi afa kwasi akeka nkwa obankra no abetra Peace FM. No akeka mwasem no asore. These are the criminals. We hear them. And among for criminals, thieves, and the heli woman. They are spending $500,000. They don't care. Okay. So, balance kakra. Friday, you better try airport. You better count you come. I'm obi Omo ye project be. Public sector reforms asyo. Omo ye project be. Now him project no omo ye no. They buy printers. Any various equipments at the state agencies, departments. Also, Mbeka say, Omo prese, Omo decentralize a Ghana passport office across the country. Into Omo shasiye air to Tonho Niema. They wrote a letter to the World Bank. World Bank momo $30 million. As we speak, Sikano Ansah Ashe equipment no anko $30 million. The same Kusibuafo. Please. The same Kusibuafo. The same Kusibuafo. Me say almost started project. And the project no almost started no. Me bacho you freeze me we are. Project no almost started no. 2018 and World Bank ebre almost $30 million to facilitate that project. That money, yeah, obi muame va momuame va mokai se kwajo. This Kusibuafo was ne Christmas and I say ne birthday bi. Yeah, ototo Ansah body. Check for me, check that video for me. check it for me. Kusibuafo. Check Kusibuafo way to me catch a Ghana for say or no point to obi say obi a corrupt, obi a crumb for. Get it for me. Shishamame. Kusibuafo. $30 million and omode ma omo. $30 million no omode ma omo no. Omo abiebi omo companies. And nyame ya adum efiri okire ko no. Ye be kire mo eye companies a omo adu omo dia bie. Edge contracts. Ade to niema. Sikanasa World Bank akachre Kusibuafo office no osafmafo no say sikanasa no omo nyeska bia bio because omo ya request eyeka yetua o yeah eyeka omo so side no eka omo brugu o emaye no omo destroy state agencies. Bank of Ghana down. And then daji follow a year okujeto ablakwa the revelations no, and it's so sad. So sad. Crazy. You don't get it. On tiasie. You ask yourself why. And about from Pombusano, are these guys human beings? You don't know. Take a Kufado, take Baomia, take Osafmafo, Fremont Pare, why, just pick them. Cecilia Dapa and all those people, take them and ask yourself, are we dealing with normal human beings, rational human beings? Are they Ghanaians? So sometimes you flip and you start using some words, and it's like, Akolanenye. Take 2 was made 30 because per them amount for the girls back home. $30 million. The public reform sector cannot account for the $30 million. Yeah, World Bank Edema Womo. And I challenge Kusibuafo. I challenge Osaf Mafo. They should give us documents on how they have used the $30 million. They should just do that for Ghanaians. The $30 million for the public reform sector, they should just tell us. Unim say sikane sign of the Omaye. They are now resorting to a year communication specialist. Meanwhile, the public reform sector no ewo PRO. Now on person mo ko bot the ro etre how entianche omo the adverts bi be ba abonten. How esi ekwaye fa so timi e build ye public sector no. Sa communication specialist we are no. That person is taking $100,000 as a fee. Sa nipa no me de ne beto nchen o within the media measure that aka memamo ne background and how. And now Safu Emmanuel says, I always cry anytime I listen to you, and I cry for Ghana and Africa. I continue to ask myself that if we have such a leadership like this, then we don't have future. Yes, we don't have future. Pierre almost a communication specialist. You know, so $100,000 fee. Now, Halima Yakubu. Atwa. And this fine lady amebe kanwa semi Nikrone Alaji Yakubu, former chief director, Works and Housing, under John Mahama. Monya Halima Yakubu. Say, Oma Unico chieftaincy. The reason they say, na mami we na your former chief director, a public reform sector. Fine lady. My big sister, fine lady. Ana kusi buafu. This guy David Esuman Mensa. Manison sign ye ma broso. The World Bank sent a letter. Edbe question womo. They don't care. This woman was complaining. Based on complaints all year because omo inflate omo prices. They meet with the procurement people. Now more be atotoso. Sa public reform sector now eso mo aboami reforming your state agencies, departments, institutions no. And the Yakoba ya say omo catch them penny for so muntimi ni lady we nya adwuma ho. E no omo yinde no ko chieftaincy. Se si akwa ye nua ba Halima Yakubu. Omo yine afri eye public reform sector or the no ko chieftaincy. Omo anya any investigations. Nothing. Omo ja asem sa. Now, omo wie ye no the project manager, Pachoyi, I had your free sumame. Dr. Bettinano, no game pa. And no microphone as project manager. Omuno na resources various offices, passport offices, that's equipment, niyama omo totono. Mami we Dr. Bettinano. Machao. Haja Halima. Machra Haja Halima. And Hawa Omu Eja. So this is my big madam, Dr. Bettinano. The next line of action, we will write to the OSP to call Dr. Bettinano. Providing documents to the project. How much? And using the project. There can be afa. It's so simple. She's like a mother figure to me. But just for people to know that these are the people, because yeah, their taxes ne tuamoka. If they were to be private, people are citizens. I won't waste my time. Dear me tax so we need to know who are the people behind your various institutions. And this is Dr. Bettinano. I've shown you Halima Yakubu, David Esuman Mensa, who is deputy to Kusibuafo. Now the bone of contention is that the $30 million is finished. Omo discanawie. Safini. No accountability. So these are the people. This is Osaf Mafo. This is Kusibuafo. Kusibuafo, the deputy. Dr. Nano, a project manager. Ena Hajia Halima, no was chief director. Because of disagreements with Kusibuafo and Osaf Mafo, efa procurement matters. Ena omuyi no omopam no. Ena omde na kwatra chieftaincy. Commander, anywhere Safmafo is involved, there is corruption and over budgeting. I don't know what he wants at his age. Yes. They don't care. Thank you. recently omo di nkrofo bi ko Canada e buy when him say public reform sector no omo betu kwa aba no obi pay them $6,000. $6,000. Yeah. attacks on our courts also is born out from political incidents. We quite remember somewhere in 2018 or in 2019 Kumasi, some MPP guys attacked a certain court, I think Kumasi High Court. And that time, we didn't hear any statement from the judiciary. Ghana Bar Association was silent on the matter. So probably this has gingered, the citizens to continue doing same, knowing that, okay, this is the trend, and nobody said anything.
No, in the 2018 incident, the Ghana Bar condemned the attack on the court. And again, it also borders on our understanding of it.
Uncle Yakubu, I don't think we have any records that shows that Ghana Bar Association condemned that act.
Okay. You see, I was trying to just get the record. It was in Kumasi, if I remember.
Yes, it was in Kumasi High Court.
Of National Security Coordinator.
Yes.
Also.
Yes.
So the citizens must have, the activists must have, I think Delta Force.
Yes, and they ended up freeing the convict.
Okay.
That time, the Judicial Service said nothing. The Ghana Bar Association said nothing.
No, I'm going into the archive.
Okay.
This is from graphic online.com. 5th April 2017. GBA condemns attack on Kumasi Court by Delta Force.
Yeah.
This is just one that I've pulled out. Ghana Graphic Business also reported it. The Pulse reported it. Ghana West also reported the condemnation of the attack. It became topical at that time also. This is just one, but when you go into the archive, you will see that it was something that was highly condemned by the Ghana Bar Association and the judiciary.
I see. I will do a cross check myself. I will do a cross check. But let me ask you this before we go. So, with this incident, what are the new measures to protect judges, protect the court premises, and other? What are the new measures?
First, if you check the Tamale court, also we made the case that the court structure is not the best. Where they are living is not court; it is an improvised court. So the court infrastructure is something that we need to invest in. We've had over 100 new courts commissioned, standard courts that have been commissioned over the years. By then, they are just among the few courts that we have in the system, and we can do more in terms of the court infrastructure. Also, we need to have the police keeping their intelligence. When there is a case at the courts, the police will have to work on their intelligence to know the nature of the case, the public sensitivity to the case, so that they can prepare adequately to prevent the situation from happening. If possible, we can have body checks on people who come to the courts to have their case heard, or come and sit and just witness the court proceedings, because the court is a public place.
Anyway, before you go, were they able to arrest those hoodlums? Were they able to arrest?
13 suspects were arrested.
So definitely they will be prosecuted.
Yes, they appeared in court and were granted bail.
They have been granted bail?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. So hopefully we are going back to the same issue like the Kumasi issue. They were granted bail, then later they were left off hook.
You see, the Kumasi issue, I don't want to conclude on it.
Yes, I know.
Because the first issue we talked about was GBA did not condemn. The evidence shows that GBA condemned it. As to how the case, I don't want to speculate. But if my memory serves me right, they were actually convicted and sentenced to pay a fine.
A fine, okay.
That sentencing must have been lenient, but they were not left off the hook.
Anyway. So probably this will follow the same trend.
That's
you can't tell. Anyway, you are not the judge, so you can't tell. All right, so Uncle Yakubu, thank you so much for speaking to us.
You're welcome.
All right, so that's it. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizens Show. Now, me pacho va mon chake Jusak for a statement on Kumasi de no mame mon chake no mame mon chake de ntia na me busa ne saa ade ne yet kromo a na amanfo ko attack physically me fa de ababa si owura jomama asem no so na amanfo ko attack a whole sitting court. In fact, MPP supporters, MPP militants Eya Ekufuado and a sete omo up, bought them cutlasses, other weapons, deadly weapons. Akufo-Addo did that. Akufo-Addo etimi jina platform so kachre ye say. Ena joma me kan wasem say sadie we no emwa ma oman enkoso edu omo kwakwa ko gu enti NDC lawyers so position wo mo ho yie na daache ama bench ni hey joma ma nka ni yie kra adie na ehu chen owo Kumasi video no okay adie na ehu a political party MPP attacking a certain court. Judge no your ba onyim. Say sa judge no ye ma me no. Ono te your friend say get question a case no one ete so. Ya no nya MPP fo hu. Debi because a MPP fo na aye. Nti ano no nya MPP fo hu na we de ehu pa me ba cho producer de ne ka ho we de ehu pa eno obi asende me yasimo Gabi ni Alesta ni Akugan I make statements edu omo ko to mu 3 months Akufo-Addo under Akufo-Addo administration, the self-reckless acclaimed a human rights activist, a lawyer or whatever, a scammer, a kromfo, asifo, kromfo to say Akufo-Addo, kromfo, a thief, a criminal. They attacked a certain court. You know, Garini Makonum, Enyahu. Yeah. Enyahu, Yanu ehu pa yanu ehu Mugabe num de no ehu obasa wa attack sitting court dia and court no kra no so kire se enyehu bia da bia mbetimi abebo ye enyehu ya da bia mama boye enyehu no be attack court dia we de enkwa mu 1000 cities na monko mu 1000 cities na monko to mu 1000 cities omoko na ya bubi watamala mo kasa you don't need to eyeso mama mo bail eso mu jai wo mo because Ghana what attack court enya bone o ka say see ye no enenka court no judiciary no agina wo nan so say look let's punish these guys yam punish wo mo yi ebi akom 2 years ebi akom 3 years o ka say nenka tamale krofo be sori akofa convicted free wo and I say on be attack a court premises Dodun Krom was even the FM station was fined with the owners of the station. Yes, that is what they did. That is what they did. And Rameti Assembly, but me entida arise Ghana there no means you what dano. Yeah. Because minim the kind of people and rise Ghana for no mokwako deal. I know them. Me matra end this move free at least from 2008. Generation na watch no minimum bia minim said obia se behave. Minimum bia I know them. Tina minim the outcome. Akufuado ne MPP nye nipa mu aban mu a eso no mo ka asem boko. And next Tuesday, and case minority leadership, any arise Ghana, and come West Street mu den. Now international media, the whole world, no be a chubby, no just them people. Yes, minya I council duji. I say NDC ba power na MPP for so ye bia enyo omode. Anybody who power when NDC was in power from Mills to Mahama yet Kroma yenim niam Akufo-Addo ne Samuel Okudum ye we know but you see the sense of belonging, they always want to be seen. Then people oh, this guy is a very nice gentleman. This guy is a very nice gentleman in the NDC. We are very nice men. Look, I can mention few. I can mention near Bobie. Kwaguba couldn't see me a fine gentleman. Also, me communicate. Why, Jimmy? You are mad. You want endorsement from this rogue Kwakubako, this rogue trickster, scammer. You want endorsement from these people? See if I can win them. Wait. You want endorsement from them? How? Nkene ya wada ye nso yi piti. Na mo hunu say yes, bibi wo wiase. Ah, na rice Ghana ye nkola nkwa akura no ye no de taso. Ye no de taso mo hunu say ye no de ataso. Martin Kwebu demonstration so mo mpre, ye no de bosso. Whole political party. Anyama nkrofo we ye opposition. Akufo ado ne nkrofo ye opposition. Anyama om yom atamen crowd dey na the time na mo. Some of us we know what went on. Because we were in there. Ye ni ma de kura koso. Anyama om yom. Ena senior Boham was Bobie muntie 3. Omo je 100,000 Ghana cedis fine. Esa in prison omo. Ha, woni nipa we kasa wo se dache wo mpese obeba be yobi. Wo ye ne papo, wa anya ne papo, onya wo bedi ubone. That is the MPP mindset. Adujinim they don't know these people. Wo ye ne papo, wa anya ne papo, onya wo bedi ubone. They have never seen NDC people as friends. And they have never seen NDC as Ghanaians. I'm telling you. I'm an Ashanti. Omusia munimu nkomo omu di famo. They have never, and cross a kufa do nomine ne boys no ni MPP for adwiri say omoni NDC for a Ghana for no mu di leader. Ah, why? When I was those days, you saw was antimampon. No more friend is for man for. Until so me say NDC do omon sane na na mo ho I get sad, and sometimes you are forced to make some statements achieve friends you love so much. Ntisa and Kanaya wada pa no injunction Bibi Amaye sabi me a party secretary and a minority leader obua kra me see ada me medi NDC national chairman MPP for prepare yabeku awu and Tuesday sorry yabeku awu street no be yesa 4 years ye ginemu sa ebi amenya bi nida ebi amenya bi nida na da amenya bi adi no ebe ye o mo se sini ai eni pa oni ni dili a osia wa ne seria nko o movie away a de oye no wachi nko sani ba wo hwe no nenka John Mahama ewo ayi ya friend say abamu na ya say 53 something billion ya diverted from Ghana Commercial Bank ya no ye hu ba bia scanner fa 60 billion Bank of Ghana ya say sa shio sa yira crophobia success kada kwa di hey wo ka say nka o man we nenka ayi MPP for so mu ko demonstration na afi na mosimo kwa je e injunction no kura nyamae injunction no kura nyamae enti na you are good to go na ka say MPP for better ho atitire wo monsa aka say oh ya twa ye de ebumra ye bu court ye fe say asundwie ba da chi bia no de de ye ndisi for ne mpese o mo be ye bi hwa kenen ka bate ka jomama enka bole hine so onim na se anko mbe kire na se ne I'm telling you, Gambi before Bachelor John Mama, Nessa. Abronya Kwasia way to me, Quatina or Man FM. Said John Mama, Papa, your generator. And will be born in Diacuno. Yes, that is what they did. Ewo Crowemu. And no, Ansah, will be from me. Let it be from me free London. And also a bagana, so Becca and these communicators home. Now, a man. Because obi ti say Francis CMC no ka say bitrisa na bom ma no o bom kowa wo rough ade no so na police for abecho ni ahwe oh ayese BBC na pipa bi si na afre de so also ye police na ye MPP ni a no adan ho so NDC police ni no so adan ho so NDC soja ni wa dan ho so NDC MPP soja ni wa obia na ne ho so me bibia ni wa ebesi se sa akufa don kwala we be yam ade ne madan machi no way ensi da omo ni me omo ye no omo di agro jolu kra no me ni liso omo ni me stance ento omo hwe ye yie wodi besi so ye de be hia wo Allah wodi besi so a na ye hu anim se wuni a ye no be futuru bi pa ba wo anwema mo hu se nipa ni abre. You must let anybody who say wajimi o man nya wo dia. You can't take control and do what you want. Yambo game no fair. Ya born fair dia is okay. What's your money fair dia ye nyina na be wu ha. And almost said that my brother, bro, how are you, bro? How are you? Almost sorry, I normally for plan against them. No more, work it here. Sometimes you meet the guys in the night and your mom yet and this for who should be an arrow. But Obi why so you and you normally yano. Because the person he or she deserves it. Obi from London was it in the moment. And I'm saying, and this communication, a man, Obekanwa, almost intellectuals. Who did the atem? And this is the diatem. So you don't belong there. And this is the diatem, and this is your mom tokwa. Omo intellectual ladies. Then omunya hamsa. Bebiau. Jinamo kunoswa. Yanko. Yeah, Francis is here. Na Francis is here wano. Ka ubom mano, ubom no rafa de no so no da chire krai. Ni a close show no. Next time. Some people need ba be hia wa. No aye study. Tina ya me pe edaba banane ai basintere no. Me de me ni papa ni mutala. Can it a microphone bra Jimino? Aha. Because these people, you don't deal with them with gloves. You don't do it. And not Tuesday. And Keshemana. It was street mu. Wumpo. And this for nipa 6 million at Twaba. Spend 1 million Ghana cedis. Kobobosia. Spend 2 million. Mobilize people. Oba same crofo into the crofo be 200,000 babe gun kam so say dan pare so our forces are obetimi dia stop obia. Move them. No Ghana police force. Odi on form nyina omdodo esay. Who crowd say nipa trinyi tum abom you eba. Now so your bema to tear gas. To the obato. I want to almost send in a mom. And almost show omo. Monsieur Adam menya position. MPP no a terrorist group as omuguno. They should do everything possible. As in this Imran Terena omundi boy ni Munchikabo no major street munie ye no high settle scores no Bianco police headquarters. O Bianco baby I settle scores no ya. A free na kroba ku shia ba ko do obuo bema no. So so mpɛ fair. Also bia onyan fair. Aha. And then Tuesday, a chroma di Addison to yes wampa tio wampa wampa neba ba one party and cried and stepdaughter on mebwa akọ ware fugitive akọ ware obi a oya fugitive enti wampa won to so wampa mu wo kurom ha na akwa we boy we your friend say God watch da ko wa twete MPP for marching ko your friend say Bank of Ghana to occupy the place adaya wampa ba na gabi wa shida kono okoji police permit Ansah no what to say MPP for nyina marching call ya to aba 2012 election samia kunum attack EC installation ewo Jowulu on friend say STL mebwa STL yes oman kwaji permit they walked on the street and attacked the place. You are sitting there, say, do you think John Mama is coming back? The MPP, yes, John Mama. Yes, now, the reason why Omun person bebuno no, I had can abonting, but yen. We know why. Yenim denti omo yanisa. Timika kasafin efa peniti say John Mama ho. We know the issues now what from yenim. But nyen sem nyina na ye ka. Say MPP. NDC beba power. Omonye. Mo the NDC ba power. First year mo antumi am prosecute obia. Second year on be say attack. Omon twan cry even first year no omon twan. Ko opposition they will come back fighting very hard. Just a body ba ko sin nyina free na num yi to form. Aha. So Kwame Nkrumah and Rawlings, they knew these guys. They knew them. Until Rawlings share almost halfway. Yeah, you need to be brutish. Who say when you brea, they will sit back, start thinking. Oh, make us say ye. Ni nyina ya try ya sim konya okay minua. Ade asema oh say ni say fair. Okay, so if you na kro ye ni say bio. No be ati ase. Kwa opposition pe minim say strategy de beba no. After first month, second month, nko dem, bes kai yenko street nko disturb omo. To de kasa ene be disame mo. Just obono. Na ene Tuesday kroma edin. Omo attack court. Mo ye say. I say, no more form ready. Na, and one affair. My me first idea when you quick one. Ora akufado ko Kenya. Na oka sembia ahwehwe super na eyeme nwanwa. Semi wure watimi abie na no akasa. Anyway, was say or no, was say your friend say Galam say wa kwatu ase the policies are wadiaba ama Galam say to atwa. And na mete say nanado ka galamsey ho asem no na say nanado oni shame oni shame oni ani wo one oni ani wo one obi send me message bi o say oh ekwaya NDC for edu on be fa so no NDC for the tete. What did it say? What did it say? Obi we our mine. Me do be fa kwai say so. The kwai me do be fa so no. E say oma amanfo sa amanfo hu body posture say masa ye ni agro wa ha.
Attributed largely to the pollution of water bodies and the destruction of forest reserves, posing a challenge to dealing with the impacts of climate change. Speaking at the 2020
major policy interventions that have imperatives. Our flagship programs, whether they are the programs for planting for food and jobs, or one village, one dam, or one district, one factory, are all geared towards boosting industrialization and rural development, as well as building our resilience to the impacts of climate change. The strategic focus of the One Village, One Dam initiative, for example, in the northern regions of our country, is to provide all year-round access to water to smallholder farmers who practically have no viable livelihood alternatives during the long dry seasons. We're also determined to make natural gas, which we have in abundance, available for the generation of electricity. We placed a ban on illegal mining, the phenomenon we call galamsey, which was destroying our water bodies, vegetation, and our forests. Some 20,000 young people have been engaged to plant more than 30 million trees in 2 years to create jobs and restore degraded land. These policy initiatives are already using positive results to the attainment of the SDG goals, particularly the goal of reducing our carbon emissions. Additionally, I've established an advisory group of prominent private sector chief executives who are setting up a $100 million SDGs delivery fund and a $200 million green fund to complement government's efforts at tackling climate change. And
Yera Kufado say galamsey, me pa say you da how o ma me hu no quick one. Me was just the next 5 minutes. I say wako etia galamsey. Okay. Anyway, therefore, sir, SMP, interesting young camera.
Naija people with the yarn better tori abeg.
For Italian league, Osimhen goals can't be like 5-6, bruh. The Ballon d'Or remain no.
Jaruma, only you 250K for phone call, 1 million for face-to-face meeting.
No one tells a story like we do. Stream live football, local and international shows on Showmax, Africa's original streaming service. Sign up at showmax.com.
Hey, say the Makohu Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. No, me who credit me. Say Enunti no manya award wa. Eya world best. Obian transe Emma Dumpemi ya de kase anase mboya de enkan to dem bio.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Esanya want to say ne kuro etu no ne enkan ewo num. Oba na be mo pa wo. Ene enyarewan kaye.
Na nsia ma me kase ene spinal cord ho ekaye no. Greenfield adoromenti ene wasa so de gina na so ebiem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultramodern laboratory and a diagnostic machines. Ashishedi pediyedi mo ankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our Nungwa Dogon Estate Junction. Last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
I believe.
Ago Ghana for yedi asem de ebremo uye obia uye wadwuma dada ana waye adwuma efri afe baako ekosi ne miensa so Eclipse Collateral Management and Business Advisory Services ede ani jesem ede brown through Eclipse Angel Investors ene ye ba be ma sika botina ubetimi ya hye wadwuma na wadwuma ne so atumpon ye pa de ube nyina no ene se ubefa wo forms ewo Kesben FM 92.9 ewo Accra ye be Vodafone office no ewo Kwame Nkrumah Circle and afi Eclipse Collateral Management for office kese ewo Adenta new site Abakan Street ananso say download the form no ewo www.ecmagh.com na fe wanya akwanya say business page dwumadie sonko ayede bro no wonso wanya mu chefa say ope ensem yimu enhyemu bia for numbers e this way 0302 551877 ananso say 0266 999020 Eclipse Angel Investors, unlocking business potentials with seed capital.
Give us P capsules. A memory. Manum bia ye benmua. Kani metutu ya na minkuma bo asese de. Betro esa kum menia G. Give us P capsules. Give it to me, baby. Give us core capsules ozwe. E man meme nyina akoko yade. Sisi yade amamanya yem timotete womo no. Yedro no. Manum bi amama de me ho. Give us core capsules. Mesisi mo ye din. Give us core capsules. I give it to you, baby. You give it to me. Oh yeah. Hey. Give us no. Amen ni jia bebusiemu papa. Na bema ka give us P capsules. Eni give us core capsules bomu nom dia. Na eni jeni ahoden no. Wabrudo. Give us P capsules. Ememe wadi ifiedu watwede kronkwan na efa. Give us core capsules. Apemfo abatan wo mo manufo ne nkwada wo ne ifiedu mienu nka ho. E wo drugstore bia motifonko Give us Herbal Center. Teshi Mobile. And Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 470 and 050-68-51135.
FD Ashusha sa ejedi enkrato imu adia to muse eye.
CMDC Kachadio!
Yeah!
Near here, say, Ubebo star 413 house. Our MTN peso. I'm gonna move on. No one's a kawachadia. I CMGC Kachadia promotion. Yeah, I feel yes, you did you. So, person when you CMGC Kachadia bia, and you're quite well now, Befaso. Step 1, but star 413 hash. Our MTN so. Step 2, choose a FM. Now, what dear, the prompt in echi. And so I will so as the coming in now. Ever corner ye yamau. Sikachadia promotion. Eye cash in and win big promotion. When you are dear, what's our year? Win your share of 24,000 bonanza. Shannon Swo, Dudu Via won't taxi. And dear cost star 413 hasado. And never more when you say, Umedinkunim. Our CMG Sikachadia promotion or so. Eye cash bag from Class Media Group. Kai Huna say, Sa Jumedia Way. And she shared the home. The National Lottery Authority. Our Caritas Lottery Platform. And a boy chidom. When young fisher don't watch it airqua. One card Jumedia home. CMG Kachadio!
Yeah! Hey, 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 Kwabena. Hey, and man was it then cry.
Tabia takum, wedi e mema ye do no. E me nya hoode, anya hoode ye. Aye mema dro, anu ti na ban me bia hie bi no. Etufo ani atofo, ani obi opede do atu aton bia. Enko chemical shops, pharmaceuticals any herbal shops bia ewo Ghana hanu be bia anase fraying ewo 0243 686861 ana 0245 749206 sankatwe FDA fo ajatu kai se tabia takum de bemma bia ye takum
Not recommended for lactating mothers, pregnant women, and children under 15.
You wanted
more international channels.
You needed
more fun.
And you definitely asked for more Premier League. And we listened. Introducing GoTV Super Plus, the newest GoTV package with all the channels of GoTV Super. Plus, the dedicated Super Sport Premier League channel.
Oh, that's wonderful.
International favorites and Disney Channel for the kids. Get or upgrade to GoTV Super Plus for non-stop Premier League action today. GoTV. Love it.
Salute. Hey. When we send your police in your draw, Imbusaba Mesa Abama Huaden.
Refuse to grow. Any offense will be count.
And what day immune system or Yankopon, and your ready pediad Musamaya Hubano, and Nasa Wunum Imbusaba Mesa, a peja immune system Nabribia. Ya Rientimu. Sasa dear, a month for the one, the Imbusaba Mesa, Dronua dance yes, and Yarwa who ran Nipa and Nina Etimi Banaso, and in Yarwa Cassian Kaya Wutini D and a honka. Now Yamwa suing no, a boy who buy every home. And now one pa, one Yarwana Dada, no monum doctor and Rono, and num Imbusaba Mesanoa, and more who are deep in tea. Ya womuntim pose, Yaria Esomo. Imbusaba Mesa, a walk Kaisi, and you are may move Bia Yato in row, at to 0246 20 8496. FDA, Ashisha said, Jedi and Kratui, what Jatu say, ye.
CMGC Cartadio!
Yeah!
Near here, say, Uber star 413 house. Our MTN peso. I'm one more. No one's a what's a dear. I CMGC Cartadio promotion. Yeah, I feel yes, you better do. So, person when you CMGC Cartadio beer, and you're quite well now, Befaso. Step 1, but star 413 hash. Our MTN so. Step 2, choose a FM. Now, what dear, the prompt in a chi. And so I will so as the coming in a ever corner yamau. Sikachadia promotion, a cash in and win big promotion. When your dear was our year, win your share of 24,000 bonanza. Shannon swore, do be our taxi, and your cost 413 hasado, and never more when you say, Dinkunim, our CNG Sikachadia promotion so. A cash bag from Class Media Group. Kai Huna say, Sarge Media Way, and she shared the home, the National Lottery Authority, our Caritas Lottery Platform. And a boy chidom. When young fisher don't watch it airqua, one card you made your home. CNGC Cartadio!
Yeah! Wabatele Accra FM. Yeah, mommy.
All right, so that's it live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. But me news editor, Boss Yoda, Akwaba.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nanado is talking about Galamsey.
Okay.
Oko Kenya, or say Kenya, Wakoka bomb money say Galamsey dear, can't worry. Bebia Teddy, and I think there are some few recent concerns. Yeah. Then I realize that you are involved in those investigations.
Sure.
So tell us what happened.
Okay. Yeah, and to be frank, I really who dream me pa sim who say na do ka say Galamsey into to ya omde ato ama na Galamsey no akofo mama ama yensu any forest na eguro no. To be frank, I'm on ye pa commander because by 3 weeks ago ana me call Apampama Forest Reserve. I was Amansia Central in the Ashanti region. Na commander me wura hono no kwareni me hudwiri me ye pa.
Ye frɛ say?
Ye frɛ enkro bebre kwa. Kro no ba ko di abuakwa. Ana kobro. Ana bene na bene. Na se usha se free abuakwa ho na eno na se eye kro adi kan ansa na wura interior na ngasa. Na se wura abuakwa no a commander say even ekwan ho krampo no who say amafo Galamsey just a kwano
region be
Ashanti region
Really?
So ufiri Jacobu. Eshe Jacobu ase. That is Amansi Central in the Ashanti region. And you're far from Kumasi.
No.
Yeah, and you're far from Kumasi. And you say, so when I'm going to commander, you say, Omu tu galamsey ni sa. Eko kura eye abuakwa kronim. Na se ura kronim akọ ho na forest na nkasa ho. Na commander, you say, Omo twa ma afi kwa de. Ndua kwampo amudua say oh ye de be restoration no. Omo say se akire esan ebu ndua nyina. Esan tu galamsey wo hobium.
Ujidi?
Yes, commander was there.
Okay, so what the videos now?
Yeah,
so you mentioned where then because so I'm markings.
We abuakwa ana o say ya obeshow forest no.
Abuakwa forest.
Oh no. They can say forest no about 5 years ago. In 2019 ana mudua ndua say omo restore that aspect of the forest. Commander, and I'm not say 2023. I'm not saying. Almost as a chile, Esan Busan, Duana Bodriano. Esan took them say.
Okay, so let's watch a Buakwa.
Wait 3 weeks ago, and he was me crow. Wait 3 weeks ago. Quiet no more bunyana. Enti me ko say no. Ana forest.
Wow, look at this. Whoa.
Yes. This is just 3 weeks ago.
Ansah Accra Sports Stadium.
Yes. Best stadium best be 4. Best stadium best 4. Accra Sports the best 4 na oma. Ana we go po ya nimu. So say we interior commander and quite shocking because forest no asa. E say ura inside na a desert. Say as desert because anwana e fita ana buo nko na the say ya company say me no ka say da mi free forest mu no na chana fo bi asa ba e bo new edan
abeshem
esa beshem say da mi free mu no na omosan ba esa bo new structures a almost about 2 another galamsey. Ana amacheko crowfund say they are coming to do restoration. Until Mobam so ye ba be
abujina panom trek no.
Yes.
Yeah.
So ye ba be restoration. Nesu na omotu galamsey. Enti so da ho eye other river ni na condemn because
okay. So we know ye a pampram forest.
We a pamprama forest reserve. Yes.
You don't know what
we abuakwa.
Okay. And at the him
enti we a section of the forest no. And e Koburo. Na ni na no the same situation na ho.
E kwame Koburo de no na we ya na sa apamprama de na.
We abuakwa na we no.
Abuakwa apamprama.
Na we no.
E na Koburo de
no. Ana enti say insuo no ana obeyi si amema hu no. E oda river no.
Okay.
Eno no.
E fa forest
nim. Ana eno so enti omu ya na omu de wash. Enti mbisa gara wo se na de na mo de insuo no. E wash gold no. I'm saying that is the only option they have. I no ka share me say but also omo no omo nsa asase but ka illegal man also no omo nsa asase
no me dey
na omo no e dey na small scale na me hwe me nchemu ho me wo say excavator A2 na omo nsa asase no commander anche bia ana forest commission for
nsuo ni sorry me catch okay so am for nsuo na say friend say
oda river ni nchemu ho we oda river
I see.
Anche bia
enti nsuo ni
ana we 3 weeks ago just 3 weeks ago
3 weeks ago video
ni endi bosume 3 weeks ago video ni 3 weeks ago. Wait, 3 weeks. Video ni. Ana just 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, a good word. So when you try, as far as catcher no. Minya yatia nanye yo.
It's true.
It's
true. It's true because when you see the reality and then what they are saying now.
Now I say me ejibi for. I say Buganda for say.
Yes, I say yenye frefra.
I say ne papa wo no. So catcher ni so wa wonya nsani nti obi aya aboa wo. Say die yo no sa no. Kufu adu we. When you look at him, no buso ya aboa. Yeah.
It's sad
because look at this.
Yeah. And they say no kokro mu wa. They say so we nan kan na Musa I don't know. And they say oko sa kro abuakwa na ene bene ko so da bene honso. And so mu ina so agi so mu to e fe ne say sase water. Because ntimi kwa en touching so no mu you find saying plantain mu de ni na galamsey ni no ase ni na BBC ye forestry for no omo ba baby na omo tu galamsey no omo ba ye no na me gina ho ana mo be chi boys na wash gold no omo chi o ebi ahihie omo niama commander film test from where these people were was an excavator digging
juma
ana bi say man say na adintina mo che boy si mum na mo just excavator na etunu asma penika che me say ohone off reserve off reserve because off reserve was ohone ka forest ne ho off the forest meanwhile it is the same place that the people were also doing their galamsey. So one of them told me apparently, yeah, officers no, or some kind of this thing is political. Was as we are coming here, they tell us to come and arrest those they want us to arrest.
Yes.
So we come and chase these boys who we know are not doing much to destroy the forest, and leave those who are using the machinery to destroy.
Yeah.
Because they have the political backing.
To the
commander. Just say sad, and you see me say, here when I'm kind of excavator say ewura kronim. Excavator say ewura.
Yeah, obviously no. Indigenous na ehia omo no. Oni sika ode tosa excavator.
Ebony
political politicians can be.
Yes.
Ena ato.
Yes. Ana ato. Ana what you say? Well, you I spoke to one of the chairman. Chrome Wins Committee chairman. Oka share me say, "Ama twen ya amuso on sad na nye yi." Nti afi de omuso edi omo bejimbi.
We have other videos to play. Oh,
this is the one we have now.
Okay.
Yeah. I say that now almost like I'm saying no. Almost the omobejim.
You ready to TB?
Me say a friend now.
Okay.
Me say a friend now.
Okay.
Nanka onye de kasa just 2 minutes penalty.
Omo de omobejim bi.
Also because galam say no. Afi de omo ni nsuo omo kwan nye. Commander say so to a kan ko kamba.
Jacobu.
Yes. Sa road na ko abuakwa no. Kan ko kamba. Moto no so aboforo so no. Me say me to shebe premium no. Because e kwan say true. But ya so ko. So you can imagine. Na ye to galam say o krom. Na ye say on sa se musuo. Na even e kwan krampa de ko krampo no ye nyema wo.
So what is this about Nanado? Let me go and lie.
Well, me feel say I na say no kind no. I na the thing say as ye ndwin kwa chiri. Anase ye na anye frefra. E say am no ka say platform here also on environmental way. Commander say na ampenifo bo fu so no. Because we say but why should he say this? Because when we say
no, but what international platform so. What can't they ye ni din ye?
Yes.
Enti mo amwo dan ho no. De ono wo Kenya ho no. De owo Germany, de owo hati ya ne se Nanado sisi die.
Galamsey no a little resource. Ama nsu no aye
kama. Oh. Ti ya yoda si ya so microphone yet ya eya na enye obi photo. Ya na mo abegina glass no mu munya ne. Wodwene wa wonte ase. Yeah, wodwene wa say why should look John Mama ye face ye doom so. He was blunt. Like, look, Charlie, this is the problem we are facing. Let's deal with it head on. Yemia yen in the FM. When one two assassin one in a bush for one go here or here be one go Cassian Quasia for say, Ebuya a Ghana from Quasia. Gabi way, your friend say, echo.
Yeah, echo.
Gabi Yenipa, and somewhat Galam say, can you guys have Gabi in a group? Order soldier for, order police for, order judiciary. They are not to say you any pebi. Excuse my language, Kwasiawi, Gabi.
Or any catch one chief at a Koburo was say on also call with the conference. Was it genuinely free one big man? And a big man is a can't say now on him to me when I was over forest. Was Manana, me them slow too because me need to. It was me man so be. And I mean so to be.
She said a Eastern region or in Kronobakoso. Now MPP constituency youth organizer. Etimia Fenipa ko to railway kwa nyina akotonadi. Ohene no kokanya o ka chance obe mobilize MPP militants amoma bebo no. He spoke here. Police ni antimi anche wo mo. Obi antimi anche wo mo.
That's true.
Yoda asemu.
Commander
Ufria enti yan tron fan kwa archive no say na nado say die bibia ye okay.
Enti ngala enti say die ngalam say no. Ana won say
no obona ni a kire o mu wa kire.
Yeah.
Mon fire excavators nkotu mfamra.
Ana on bibi so abofo so yade bia enti ase. They keep on giving us money to do restoration. No we say go for so sense as.
David. Any restoration. So when me say Nkwasiafo si omuti Jubilee House no. They will use the money to destroy the country. And that is what they want. Okay. Yes. They know. Omunim. Na yes can of the toy excavators. Ogaza bro from Omuni Intel. They know. Mamene move. Okay, so let me do this quick one. Coffee upon your Meluzuno. Okay, and can I make check a friend say on my phone, but Hunter Akwaba. Onya, but this is the reality. The story now, Yoda de Mameno. I'm shocked. Me who no pay. Say Akufo-Addo say the Ghana dear. Could you?
Nana de din ka ma minchia atie for ne ahwefo. Na wie. Na memo bibia so. Aha, na wa so menchia wo. Ni say yedi ihia chepa.
Yeah, Papa.
Last week the uncle ya ma mintimini na nwie ni ye. Malaya witigu say mobro.
Oh, kafra
me pa.
Kafra. Na so one frame me.
Send them to honeymoon. O birthday gift.
Me ko ya adwuma.
O birthday gift am send them wo hwe. An check it.
Me ko ya adwuma.
O birthday gift am dem a wo hu. So hu ye.
Papa bi. Chale, maminya ejuma wimra. Kofi upon ye a year unit committee member Ansah Central. Aja Kofi.
Yes sir.
Na Aja Kofi nanado say galamsey bebia watu ase. Mo wasam to say.
Another question nanado say watu ase, unti ase.
Ede na ekoso.
The full of say I sabi so no ka say see kwa no. Yo China football for your job.
More China for gura no mu ye adwuma sesia.
Ye adwuma sesia wo police. About kwapa parama police.
Sesia me no ka say.
Yes, they ka say sesia who me am ye sesia.
Wa mu gumo mutu.
Amutu.
But almost say afre be restoration ye no mo ye.
And restoration no mo ye. Omo ye galam se angasa. We galam se angasa ho sesia. Ya mukra metu men. I'm the home this year.
Enti kromo for no muntimi nkwa ni mu.
Muntimi nkwa ni because omo nyere kwa omo na omo no for hon. Ese obi anso bonu kwa ho ban. Ghana so ise wono se omo skafona go mu. Muntimi ni kansa na ni. Skanato Ghana. Enti ama omo wo skanali o kan fi yibi. Enti hono muntimi ko. Fidia ko so hono.
Wow.
Kola sana mo si omo galam si wo. Na yo solution omo galam si angata wo.
Kofi, more idea and crofom ye behind this Ewamo area. More idea.
Okay, ni mo ba ya no. Na oba mfa ye ni kuma. Na fa gwa kwa na for so. On fa man so da. And then tradition ni come so da. Because how much men for now mo e gade wo mo ho no. Ya mo city top mo ho ma ka suggest. Nse hu on kwana se hu suggest da hu ma obi suru ana obi dane. Ya mo na gade mo. Enti do odi o ba ye de min tru ni min ba ko don ba ye na ni sa se ho na do ba ye. Tu bi sa de wo no.
Nti ye kromafo boys Metro for no boa China for na mo ma say area no.
Sanity ma se na kasa kura ma se ni bi Obama first time na yo ha who say just buy the from woman see o money na escalator near that. Second time was aba be juma yo ha na first before so after first before no boy akra. So ha no mo so aba. Na o be show money na. But still, I'm not so. And my sister is here, baby, also. I'm at Central District, one ever. Police for yeah, it's too hard. Also, it's too bad the roughness. It's the young person too, the entire police war, the Kuba Master Central. Now, you see a black and see. Also, I will now to meet my sister in the Faho at the back. Even if a man so actually a crowd of the number. On the police war. But don't with my sister now for the back. What I would say that my sister is a good or a good excavator. Even a full of them. A good church. We will see a Senka. More how you see a little of my sister good. That who comes to see a forest one, a Ekura. Yeah, what part of that is so amazing.
Na ayi your friend say committee empenimfo no mo ne mo ho nkasa because obviously metro for no do mo ba no omo free kromo mo nso mo bu amrante na no na mo nya appeal say tuo na ne ye ntomra mo a na ye so ye nya appeal ni bi na manfo mpatuo ne ensika mra mo na mo ne mo mfa nyinam e wo kwaye no mu.
You can never again hate you because any had any trip. You hate you, you have to kind.
Because the police to me, Muamo, Sergeant to me, Muamo. And so, you hear say, President, no so no, so one can or be anti mintre. Or say, what quote to us, and tears in one or two, the air to area on one found. And the other, no more de rose, or more two or more near mano. Woman from Mabua. Nasa and yes, you be announcement, Tamamu, almost were to near the debate to be above. Now, Fed the Muntimuram, no number of Amoso. Because boys metro for no Dombano, but almost free chromo, or no, or Genesika no guide China, and you know, say, and so you are about Trankrai, a bit to Kumasi, be free tamale, a be other than more be fras and Timan Ponia, the Adeba Ukrum, no Abase Ukru.
You miss Mother. What's that? Omutune krom no yeni ni bi krom ya me to me de wana e tu ya me bu kwa tem da ba wurom ansa na abuba na me tu ya no na yi na pi sam do fasim so omuto de no e bi to 12 8 e design fa me ntumi ni frisi e ko ma woni fitu ma woni fitu ho a e tse ni ono de o ma ne de so a me e se mi dane so ana da ho chairman no ya fo no ana ya feko mo chairman say nka ya organize ho ni akọ ho mo committee for na kasa ko na ka ni mo kasa so forest na say abane so store mu ni forest dia ani yes so community na e wo ha no a forest no no afi yes na bi film because say the body forest na
and yes no mo so mo say mo ho bantie ne mo ne o nyina betu abom
sa ni nyina to bom na say e nyina yedi
na mo nyina so mo nyasa mo be high die ni bi won kran na mo agya kro no
kuli kwa to si dan ni bi won kran ho was obu galamse adwo ma na ko si dan wo Kumasi Accra na ka ye galamse an continue den ko si sa dan because of galamse intino to ko si dan Accra ni Kumasi eti yaso ye de hojim bia ni ko ye bia ani yaso ni to ko si dan ni bi Kumasi ne ne yesu ko ne bi tan ha ne dan ya di onu masa
yo bra that's it e kana abafi
afi ye kwan so kwa ansa nye masa ye kwan so nye
na ne mom de dam kwa esu be da na ye
galamse a e koso nyina ka yi kwan kom ye kwan kom ye kwan ko ama ye keke
ya Kofi modem ho jimu you see this is the point se mo se modem ho ba jimu a trust me akufo do onfa ho on na busuafo ba ya ga bi o chedako eyi dan ya omutim wo cantonments ba yo mo japade akufo do ba wasi eyi restaurant $6 million for cantonments ya frano ensu asenam ya keka kire kromofo mame ensu asenam efe papa uto enso bottle ba kwa 25 Ghana cedis akufo do ba ya frano adwena edan ne sia ti abubo kromofo amane enti se momo se mo de mo ba jima se kro no a won fa ho hwe de wo hu chebi fe wako chebi wako chebi o ye ni mo o fe eni se momo de ahometia se ene mo ba boa mo na mo so mo atu ase kro no a eye mo nananom nsase ya wo mo kon ye eje to ho eya mo mo aba beto mo nchiri ma eso mbeto ensu eda o eso mbeto se muslim ho bajimi na che se mo sei enchiri ma de mo boa mo ma sei no mo fa ho o sa ma fo on fa ho
papa de omni o se banfo ebu be se ofi nsu no na de no na de enti keti sa forest no ho de e go bi kwa bibi ba ho kwa o se community na e ben forest no o se timi na bibi firi ho but you know you be answerable
but adem mo benya firi no so e be destroy ekro no kra enti adan na mo nyina mo na so na mo nkonkoden emfanye eye kro no nsi be fi se na san asantima mponsei abugina pono de ne rough efri ni krom ekọ ho MPPO NDCO boys ne keka o mu bo mu ya ne amanfo kasae se hoho bia wo be bampotam obia no die ye ena tuo twae endi se mo anya sa mo boa emrante ano ampem ma ene se muntimi nkowura no ma munsi o mo Jacobu Jansen no so kaka de banwa na mo malai na mo asi o mo Jansen no so pipe na abaye national news afedi akufu ado no behunu se galamse no tuntwae na afedi atrase akasa
okay wa kan ma tifa
se muntimi nkowura mu a munsi o mo Jansen no so se munim akwai o mo fefa so de bewuram mon enkante ne nananom ye kwate mon kwata ahomache se mo munim kromo che o mo mon ta o mo Jansen so mon ta o mo Jansen because for you to fight for your town enya bone se ye na fe de be discussion onko gira Kenya and can't know because about the whole world in 10,000 so now fe de nanima gu ase na obia no se oboa and this am se wura mu ode a omo de omo nkola no be free national security abetu sa o
sa se esuru omo ntino ene de bi omo musisi de bia so
mun twaro omo wo kwam Jansen sabu ni ba bi omo fa ba
omo na Jacobu na ana yo kan so no tire ye head akote Jacobu se furo ba so because so ko Fabien e ba kwale tire ko ba kwa anti se omo fitina o ba
mon link up to Jacobu fo no community ayinfo no mon famo asem to Jacobu ayinfo ne mpanifo anim say this is the route omo use eba omo muamo na ade e ba mo so no se ahemfo nyina be support mo na se manfo be support mo a ani se enipa no be duru kwa yenu ma na akọ ho a ne hu ohu na lord kwa mu ono a no na mo no mo de aboso mo nim krom a eche wo mo ahomachi no mienu na mo kwa ate abomofo e wo mo mfrefre wo mo kankere wo mo se ade ne se de asie ni na mo kro hu ban we de se nya bone
asa me se wo ha na sa wo de go so a ni zo e do foles no se government be ma community se omo no na mo nia enia wo yo ha na organize fo iko ya mo ku tuni an kura ayi efo a yedu ayi ne ma yedu ano ku tuni ya to bi to ha wa ka te de mo pe 1000 500 no me abso nzem
oh wo wa do wa fu no
odo fu no
oh
ata fu no to bo ka be 4000 but on be too good la scout ma ku aforo kwa no obi an ho nya 2000 oh
500 Ghana
cedis e de no ti ho man wa ha ti ho man ni e nam kwa galam se wa ha o fala se ya ti ho se ko yana so basa ka timtim na yi treka no ni adade e free se ni aka sa de wo bese 38 years enso je hu ko ta wo e ko da e kon cry say you do you say excavator ana grader e bi kan kra no e ko 20 years
ensansoro wo mo area ho
ensansoro ha bebri
me frɛ no ma kyerɛ wade bi why
mate
ensansoro so mbenya ensansoro ate
ah bi ha bebri
ya mbetumi ate ensansoro be kotokuo me frɛ no ma kyerɛ ensansoro de mo de bɛyɛ why ya ndie me nka no radio so me frɛ na ma kyerɛ ensansoro area wonko ade a enye problem why oh enye problem ensansoro wo de enye problem to de me frɛ why so onim ensansoro de de ye enkasa so onim de de ye mo me kyerɛ ho akwai bi why mo se mo won kyere akase ni bia akase no ayetu no odan no ebi wo ho enu ano no aha apia wo apia so okrom ho awurade nyankopo ye opani opani kofi asem na ye mafro why asem para kwa wetobo asem wondo I'm say apia ene nsansoro okuru
ben kwa na ahwe ni se nkrakra yi eni brisem ana ode abi wi si de no eni brisem
asem
nana say nyina na ekwa asen nof yakwa enye babi kura na enti ni adubi asen na yeda
yeah
ubetwa asiopra Ansah na we run you adubi asen ti de bia e twa asiopra 2 times yedu ona nsu na ni ti sen
enya sem kuma
ensu ya me brother yi phone ya wi sa pepepe na river pra esitie ena me ne wo kasei me gidi se so bi tie yen ewo asempra so na obetwa picture e de ato internet ana so de beto Facebook live na sia the same thing na de tie ni se na do dan kwakufu ado na de bia meka obuo ni dia amampanyufo bi wo e de man manfo oni bi because when we say dom etanachi we are okoka ye MPP fo nim se nya no krew nanso ye be force omo amoma ba be defend se eye no kre se na minim se conversation na be koso anka me free office banka me the videos bi bre yen centrofo any minister for lands and natural resources abuginapo omoko Ashanti region ho no muti ewiom shemu ana omushuti omu take area view of the galamsey no aye
dabeno
this afia mu no mukoye na who the damage akosia na a whole president entimbeka so a yield positive result one ankasa ni krom brem any to say can I say achimkwana na onum brem ene brem no mutimi nom ene pure water na wonom onu ankasa ni krom mama koka ese wakantam kese onu ankasa ni krom ene chebi nsuo to a eyirifa chebi man because of galamsey enkure chebi ho ahia nyina etu galamsey ene wonam akra kwan so obora eastern region ekosi Ashanti region river bia ni wa bridge da so etwa kwan mu a ensuo nani ate da ni nyina ye ko obi nkyire one river efisi ase ye tu galamsey galamstop ye fight galamsey na no na mekuduka enam ye propaganda say ensuo nani ate.
No, but I don't know more, yes, sir. Why?
Nana MPP omo manage Ghanaians with their math. Because enyo communicators are forced to defend the government. Ena omunim sedo do no wo mafa. Obi anka I inform say na what is omo complaining. Omo complaining.
Ajena kakra.
Asima city east region. So your hene. Coach ya. So your hene. Osra no abetena da braka. Na ordinance ase kokon nsase ene nkrofo mefuo ama galamsey operators so muntu. Na operators na ede hu sika bre no nkra ha na waje na yetu the sense ase no enyo bi asem emfa obi a ho the so called media for against galamsey aka na shigbe na odi animo no ekosi sen
omu twa 10 million Ghana
and central phone hwehwe animu yes kan galamsey say eyaban ya na etu MPP fo no a na etu o say me am politicize no esa yentimi fight galamsey yes you yate obi nche when NDC ni ba ko pe and akufu ada ya che no a otu galamsey NDC ni ba ko na emu body kezjamfu a etu galamsey we women organizer ema MPP wuntumi Ashanti regional chairman ema MPP otu galamsey John Buadu your former general secretary otu galamsey deputy minister lands and natural resources otu galamsey okofa nano Professor Frimpong report no de buy no Professor Frimpong Boatin report no de buy no omampenya tena ye ministers MPs party executives former appointees, former ministers, former MPs, omu nyina ne tu galamsey. List of boy ni nyina ba ku kura ni wo oka say NDC ni etu galamsey. Ne on report o de ba ni say omu ba no mo so NDC for bebre no more concession. That was 2017 as so more concession. Ti kwa me no me fast no madili omo gisa concessions ni nyina from nsem ya kaso be a concession is different from saying pani to galamsey because concession is said wa kwaje asase yemienu ye betimi akwaje plot of land me dey one plot to dey one plot e bia me mesidentia obeti abronsan the mere fact say this for concession ye kokoje ene dey to galamsey ene ase nsuo ni nyina Okoka na the foolish born again Christians Ghana ha say be foolish born again Christians mensa wota be se omo fa Yesu Christ so omo ka no madwen kwa omo adwene omo nyansa nya adwuma bio na Pentecost chairman early this house of way akọ galamsey site omo kono omo hye suit omo hye coat sa omo asofo yi tai ebo omo kom say investors galamsey investors omo ko baya omo so babiade na duni de omo declare 3 days fasting and prayers yemompaye ni emfantia galamsey mi wa munim krofo etu galamsey foolish born again Christians ene to a Pentecost sermon na say de bobo bai wa wotia shame on you asofo amukọ shame on you muye nyaatwo muye hypocrite because munim krofo etu galamsey munim sa aba mu mpanyimfo na etu galamsey na so esa se bia Christopher wa Ghana dodo no agimi abodam ntino mo be ka kire mo members no a omo ne te ha a ono na busia ni bia ntu galamsey di obedi kura eden enso kura wantimi ntua Ghana Water Company so ko wantimi ntua wo ka kire so won fa ne yafunu nto ho na won mompa ye nkyere kwom sa de be ya galamsey ye betimi akon atia mi wa wunim omo ayeko Yesu Kristo ko eye Jerusalem asodam ko se nkrofo di dwa ho no okaka kire nkrofo so mo nko fasting and prayers na nkrofo nya adwadie no obo so tro banya tunti the moral society in this country are also mo call spade a spade they want because omo nyina panimunyam wa bayanim and it's a Christian leadership the so-called clergymen eko huwa they won't tell government anything they'll go back to their poor members fasting and prayers ni ya bohu tons hireba oko kase pe Yesu moja nkawa ni mu ya bonsam ohun tumu ya bebo mpa ya gu su sesia na mesumwa yereti Ghana ha yesum no na sa asofo amuni mo etu galamsey se muntumi nka e na asofo kura suro prison afiase se osofo sura tenie na in prison o sura tenie obeka no kra mi afiase kra de yenka Ghana ni sofo so obeka no kra mi adi natem onka nya twom e na ahye emase ya atwom nenke side na sofo ka se yakọ ko hu galamsey asase no asei ye wia na ba be ka chese declare 3 days fasting and prayers ye nyina fa ye frunto na ye mompaye they see that Akufo-Addo ntimi nkogina international community nkoka nkyerɛ mo say the fight against galamsey a yielding results as just an enquire no ayeye yensase no ye restore yensu na neti because onim say asofo kra wo no ankasa ne memu no entumi nka no kra nkyerɛ nkrofo say eye mo ana mutu galamsey ene ete ho ho ana koka
no but
ensentrofo a
but honto the point is say at least yenim say Akufo-Addo wonpe o man yi but when kwade enti so wanka bibia na nka ye de
na ode na woka
enti so
we expecting Akufo-Addo to talk about the economy so because the Ghana economy is on the right track
any nkasa
ede na Akufo-Addo betimi aka afa Ghana ho enne our international community eye the truth Edian kana Akufo-Addo betimi akwa abonta wakase Ghana economy eye kana Akufo-Addo betimi akwa abonta wakase ne Ghana nsentrofo of ahudie Akufo-Addo betimi akwa abonta wakase ne Ghana maburu nya adwuma ye Akufo-Addo betimi akwa abonta wakase Ghana in the educational sector no eye the best kana Akufo-Addo ede no betimi atauti is it good governance kana Akufo-Addo goes out to say we are fighting galamsey and also we are fighting corruption. Can Akufo-Addo? say we fight corruption bibi bia no obeka bia ye tro woni hweka na
no but so akoka galam say
me ba na utio when we're talking about NDC phobia so omo say den so omo tisi abonten a so omo ba power MPP for so betimi omo sa you're making reference to yeah and I na so nka NDC for nka nko omo atia gum na nka international community media houses no omo ba na you tie wo da so dwene say ye international media house bi omo ba be hu de koso Ghana no ma ye de no ma be ka kire hwan no be ka kire no say ye na che say and draw the attention of international press no mo vanya den edie na si wa ya waso a edie na be si Ghana betimi a draw international community for attention chen de si ya waso West Ogomba election edie na betimi a draw international community for attention that they see what Achiman South edie aya waso West Ogomba daylight na your bon crofotio daylight cameras so na the a motor chain bicycle chain near the bon crofo wa mu ede no mo ye 2020 cameras so near bo enkwada 13 years 14 years near bo mutu ku omo
na o ka se Akufo Adunum tisi kromu kokum ahu ne honganom se international community me na ede no mo ye
nana ebi asabre ne bi omuye bibia na me ka che say
nothing
Ghana for ma obi ana me ka no
nothing
no
me background so nim background no ma they did nothing
even
in Vietnam even Sankrofo Myanmar now Ukraine and go binka bibi but the point is say Ukraine obi ntrawa say Russia ho den cha mintino say international community nkawe amentrance no nkume
Ukraine do muka bibi
that is the point
because the media no
tie me so the same thing obi ntrance nkancho obi so obi ankahwe nti obi say me metimi fie me say honto ankahwe ntino so obi beyam bibi kura na say metiem obi anya hwe
na de me pesa me so ni say die esu kire na ye nisuo beba
unsu kire obi
on esu kire no na me ka entimen ka say omunye na every attention
mama say mama teach you the fact that metimi fie a akwonfo obu me pra me fra me neighbor say Manchester me nyadi
nana
me nyadi me nyadi
ene wo betimi atiem wonim se nipa na wotiem no ntim meje wa memmo ni ji wo de atiem ye wia mi o ba se wonim so ba na no ntim meje o fa na dey
say there be the point they say the fact that obianu wa wafro obiam na bada Hong Kong
entiano na wo ko na wa say so bi wo pero ka don't call for that person
let me teach you Hong Kong for ni China for the boss wo lord kwam no international community what is so be the fufu anan kwai ko
nana
but look the point they say Hong Kong for say it's our right. This is what we demand for. We will go to the street.
Nana.
At the end of the day, Nana, they achieve their results.
Nana, I'm not saying say minority should not hit the street. That is not my argument.
No. And yeah, no,
my argument is say, don't think say BBC or Ghana international community ni ba be hu abeka bibi e de benefit be bread the victim why cause Ghana. It won't happen today, tomorrow, forever.
You know, also doesn't mean say obu
demonstration picketing.
What is picketing? What do you understand by
protest?
What do you understand by
because picketing is all called dumping. Na Bank of Ghana occupy Bank of Ghana
na what is saying we catch on say mo nko dump him
asema me na make I say you are not getting my point.
You don't understand the whole issue. The point is say
the whole issue ni say me ba na metie
that pare no mo say wo mo no say asam no court ene injunction na obi aso say ene amanfo decide say omo besi kromu a yes of course they will misbehave. The idea ni nyina say oh the person obi abebo obi din bone na me dia me wo person abebo odin bone na why no dey mon din bone
na de waka na wo say kai
ya no
me dia ne say
unto the first international community no obi anu a omo ye kumipirako meba omo ye kumipirako international community amfa mo am na obi a ye arise Ghana ye ni police for pipe won di see ye mu bia to Benz and international media edi skabre to Benz ye ni Martin Pegu atisi krom say Akufo-Addo ntu emfra kunya so ye no one dey say international media
my simple question.
But the point is
my simple question.
Hold on.
My simple question.
All these three demonstrations, we went to town to tell the world to say, look, this is the situation.
And nobody is saying don't go and protest. Okay. My argument in my question is say, we say, by this time in Kenne, I insiogui, Nanka. Minority for TSC Mountain.
Does it?
No, me no ya dream pepe.
Does it?
Now draw the international media. Remember, no all this was now draw international media and attention. No, my be ready cost. And besides, some be ready cost from Fanko Ede.
Omo me share be done for you be.
Fanko Ede. And then the best was a protest ya. And see why I was go.
No.
Adenato. Nipa no free say ono na obetimi abeka biama ma wiase na hu sisi this so ato I was go oba wan country 2020 ya kum nipa moche owi o ka cho say election was violent meanwhile ni nyina so esai credit.
Hold on, let me educate you here. Metro TV esi wo no ko cover story we are omo no amoni banku amo obi ani, but ko cover story enkrofo ya de no ma free media da bi omo invite Metro. No what say Metro for akwa amanse as meso omo invite omo no omo wi Metro for Japan anu.
Let me also use
let me finish.
Ba wo family time ni nyina.
Let me finish. Bema. The point, the media is there to highlight what is happening. The media is not there to go and arrest people. The media is not there so me a judge for. But at least you have put your issues across.
Highlight it for what purpose? Highlight it, be highlight it for a particular intentions. What intention? End result near then. You see Metro TV, me see Accra FM. One try hand raise the issue about the cost of society. MIN acte, MI resource matter. Ebi see that. And ebi see that. Say bibi cost of baby. Na Accra FM. Why raise you on your show? Who raise you here no na acte na problem on your cause of it. Ebi see that. Say bi see that. Enti sene. Say bibi cost na say what na na raise ya. Yenim say definitely we get results. But it will never make sense. Okay, so what raise it 3? When your results 1, it means when you be.
In do so tranka say and small cost we are seeing international media raise ba kura me results. No, is that
I'm trying to understand.
I'm telling you what can I say?
No, money.
Because you allow me to talk.
Yeah.
The genesis of this question is say, me banamete say, and I was saying minority for say police for try some mobile block or move from them protesting. They should have almost come hit the street. Now omat bibi. Also mutimichire aban bibi. Me no ya adwen pepe because my cancer Akufo-Addo. One no the odi ne man for answer ye ne opponent answer no be president. Me mfa bi nye no. It also be to test Akufo-Addo ni patient ne anger. Ye tintes kokko de kire no. Te me no ya adwen says muga mu no entime maso. Baba bia me chese me no nya adwen se wo ka say yes na draw international media. No mo me cover no mu de ekoso. And I'm so mo me cover na nya de because one penny say de osu kire na onu su beba. Oni esu kire no. And I'm used to hey. Say bibi kwaso abonten. Na so bi frɛ esia. Otimi bie phone lines. Obi timi report na ma fa reporters na ma kɔ. Obehwe na yield the results. Ebi ananye nyina but 1 2 3 bi there. I yield the results. It means we highlight it to draw attention for those problems to be fixed. But when you talk about this international media and this international community, no, the entire makers say don't call on them. And they say, and I disagree with you. So be calling on them. And they say they have not done anything. At say I want to be calling on them because I was West of they didn't do anything. Hold on. Jabon Crawford Blanco for 2020. Why is they calling on them? For what?
Just to.
Area say a global village. So one TSS obebre, right? Global village na ye wono. Enye enyeme nyina na esia. Resource ba and a near be also see media cover at the resource ba. You can't tell me said the BBC, the Al Jazeera's and the other international media houses or more raise issues and more resource that You can't sit here. Mpacho. Tina me catch you say, just what I say we are in a global village. Now you are not an island.
You know, I'll tell you what.
Maybe let me finish. So what I say, sir, right? Uba who say, and yet obi raise issue say, international media may cover na obi me you obi bibiu. But at least at the end of the day, I answer na ho. Why? Arise Ghana. See a koye. Yenim consequences. Na a free mover. Among for say yanko street ni mu. Dia be koso bia yanko so. Ya cover. Eda ho. Papo boni o. Say ye pray no. Wo ya wo pray. Chief Bani pray. Bit nya chire nipa be. Obi ama ye obi ahwe. But the fact of the matter is say me trasia mewu. Me kwa mewu. Enya mekọ no manya ewu. Na omo beti bi say me ko ha. Ekoya ade ewe. Na ama mewu. That is the point. Beyond that, nothing. Anyway, yeah.
Very simple. Just briefly, Sammy. I don't think say it's rather supposed to be because media there, whether it's international, because also will be international media when you talk about ABA, Obi or Germany, OT international radio. And so I cry straight. It's local in Ghana, international in someone's land.
Simple.
So what it is that you can't international media.
Before you continue, on that point, somebody is listening. Ghana nibi wo abrochiri AOT. Or ti dia koso Ghana.
Yeah.
Se nipa no e investment bi or property bi or babeye. And now our uncrophobia say bi omu depend on him or her. Say nipa no when it is time for decision taking, you can tell them say based on this and that. May advice will say yeni say it means say nipa na wo tie no attention na wo draw na e catch nipa na attention no a yielding results. Because at the end of the day, it's going to inform that person's decision to act.
So what I'm saying is, you see, and you're right, so Becca say, a man call it on international media because I could afford to throw you the 20. If we had done a demonstration or we had done an Arise Ghana program like we did in the past.
The community engagement?
No, even before we did a demonstration at Al Jazeera, BBC.
And said community engagement may lead preceded to the demonstration.
I mean, all of us were shown on that.
What was the end results?
The end results, then they say, internationally, no. Obia has been informed about the behaviors of Akufo-Addo, the intolerable behaviors of Akufo-Addo. And you did say, Senka, ya protest be on Galamsey. Internationally, no, it's known in the public. Akufo-Addo bet me a bold as I could never be a say in Sueniati. On yet.
Well, anyway, let's move on.
And you know, I think say everything that happens in Ghana, no, like Bobie said, no, we are in a global world. Ghana is not an island.
I will never call
whatever happens. Whatever happens here, no.
2020 election
is not isolated to
2020 election. 2020 election. Near UN election observers, international election observers. You ECOWAS, you Africa, you EU. Omunyina ba be hwe elections e die nti na de sankrofo nyina ba
omo ni tua de enye enso omo se bibia ye free and fair
ye de omo ba se omo medi adanse no omo nka ma mansa hu se ohawa ye omo ni okọ aman hodo a UN fo ekokotu omo so sa genocide no nkroba because somebody reported and they acted. In our case they didn't act. Aya was gone. AC one cry capital all the embassies ewa. They didn't say anything.
Okay, so
they didn't do anything.
With this analogy,
2020,
and with this analogy, don't shout. And with this analogy, 2024, which I share the same thing, because when sir UNESCO ne san crofon no be catch say oh skemish sakresi, but free and fair. So I understand where Onto is coming from, but if that is the analogy, 2024, what advice and adbema end this for?
I mean we have the baby we hold their map pepe. 2020 Yakotwaba, first time in the history of Ghana. 8 innocent Ghanaians ye kuomo. As our election observers in no many and you come sancrofu. We report on the coin say yes, election was marred with violence, but in free and fair election credible. What is free? What is fair in
Agreed.
Election you come Ghana for?
Agreed.
And Timema Jane say 2020 no. You and I
2024
you and I, we don't need any international communities or mama we be anko kashi.
Okay.
Obumi awabo memebo amabo.
Okay.
We premier ko minawa ma finish do or die. Simple as ABC.
Fine.
Our Western quality people they can't do anything. What? This Bank of Ghana. Okay. And I near call more be a man shango country bia because at the end of the day no one me many tools so be man no cry adwuma on fa no cry nya adwuma. You are in bed of this government. This IMF a accomplice man this government. When the government is mismanaging the money no more man World Bank the more Akufo the government mismanage Ghana's economy the more they give them funds.
Anyway, that's your point. But Jaga Peace Kwabena ask Onto where the investors will get their info and making judgment, blah blah blah. But that is also his opinion. And I think
investors
I think you raised issues about
international
international
ya kumini pangoche and want me and scare investors.
This guy, Obi Sendi.
You think so? It has scared investors.
Investor bay. Na you can investors be never. Oh, no.
Okay, so Nifrim Pon say at least the ICC will know what is going on here. We have issues with Cote d'Ivoire and ICC acted. Well, but a two ways, right? A two ways opinion. Ebia ICC act.
There was a legal suit.
Exactly.
I don't know what to under to a court no aba. Sagana I boni akoso nyina judge for it about one court to judge cannot summon you.
I deduce from the Hontor canon is rather not to say that
is way back.
You see, what I think should rather be the prescription is to get the NDC to set up.
Nana wana meba no.
Now, you see, Honto. Yeah, we got resource. We got resource. Even though it was not as we wished for. Sometimes, ayana ekwaye to say Akufo-Addo na ekoye kumi preko, Akufo-Addo na ekoye kumi preko. Sebi kumi preko no. At that time no, na etirimupa na ye wo no. Na enye say eto na Ghana fo ntwia o. Na we felt say most of the taxes are Ghana fo atwia no kra no. Ehun so mfa so bia. Into the value added tax ebeka ho a. Be too much a burden on the Ghanaians.
But maybe
now, let's ask ourselves, say, Kumi Prekono Trimupa ye de ko ye no. Ene Emma Ghana so faswana. Adia Rollins decided so obey no because he withdrew it, went back to the drawing board, came back with another structure, and then today we have VAT. Akufo-Addo buy want to VAT.
Anyway, so
no, Kwabena Pacho my see poye. Adia Hontor kano. I would rather think say NDC should up the game in making sure say protest ne your friend is saying demonstrations in your manual.
Let's
now intensify the action.
Let me just finish.
I'm international, you know, because we're for all you know, international observer be a bagana ha. Nipo Koshiani a government official. We did try to say the same way say, but sen ko take the contrary view of the Nipane Kanya. And ko say no. I did we say next year. For all you know, international observer be no obeba Ghana had more call NDC for say me kwa ko tie NDC for no na me dia kwa ko me write up. Even though be tie kra entie but say oba na NDC for intensify more activity. That one will be the highlights of all that they will do.
Back to Nana back to the Osha me ba comment na run na meeting about NDC phobia. Omufi say oh my nyeni say because ye ba power no mo de ye enye de. You see, it's not about 2 weeks ago, Nana Yeka said, it's about time President Mahama should be leading demonstration. As some of the parties members say, no, President Mahama shouldn't lead demonstration because this government is wicked. And we remember we had this conversation
3 weeks ago.
NDC for equal opposition. We are government communicators for close to 2 years. Most of them no more call radio so, TV so.
Oh. Really?
Most of them, no mon kasa okoka almost ma government, you know, grace period, honeymoon.
Yeah, sure.
Remember?
Oh no, it happened.
Most of them.
In fact, till date, most of them don't even come.
Say, ma government, you know, free period to have his peace. Non fanya juma.
Okay, so
then after 2 years, you know,
you cited like 2020 and now 2017.
I'm talking about NDC co-opposition. 2016, 2017, 2018. Your government communicators of a party no abamno mokasa. It be a ministers, it be a CEOs, government appointees. Most of them were not talking. Ubi so mo amuso my government in free grace period.
No, but I think
because
out of maturity.
Yes, grace period. Ghana phobic cry America said there be yes suspected they said they tear the handcuff na no. As omuti atenti ho so nto kokasa anhwa osuro but na many no kwani na decision na ma take so at least ye ma omo kwanom so nyenkodu baabi ansa na ye ba be kasa ne akasa even the late former finance minister and the NDC Kwesi Botwe one so ka the same thing papa yi Kwabena before okay the same thing. Forgetting sir Professor Melziba bamna 3 months my and you tune in Professor Doolittle. You were NDC phobia and I am from Mtimenka. About wedding some phone now kwa ka obi timi fro NDC ni timi fro ka je say adwobrel munya abotre kakra. Na yenso eba mu a anything like this can happen. If NDC ni bia din some phone akwa against the party chances now kwa ka obi timi fra catch say internal matters so okaka hu say e ba power obeba office e be block you former national chairman ne personal aid frame catch me say chairman kana say ka hu say e ba power oba chairman office oba ye na ba betie ho you don't have power. You don't have power. First, as a human being, you must think about power. Get the power first. You don't have the power.
And this bad power. Now,
you don't have power. You are thinking about how to manage the power. And you want to treat a Kufuado government with case.
But you see, something. Obia sending a message or say. Ghana is a sovereign country. The international community cannot safeguard the citizens from protesting against their government. They can only support it throughout the median broadcasting. Yes, agreed. Me tesadi na se passe enipa no uye de da but on same ye fra bibi megu animu ase ye krom ye wokasa bi megu animu ase se o se bibi antimi hu na wi ase ase nimo antimi wa dimbo antimi wa etitontoma
nipa obu no ho
omun Akufo-Addo no
nipa obunu ho na woye bibia aka se ni megu animu as because nim say o integrity nipa oni ne ka se oni integrity.
So I agree. So the issue is not about ma ye ne omum fa moso emoso no se de ese boso but ye bomwa mejaderia ne kromu a ti se de ono Akufo-Addo ko UK ko frɛ Ghana for say omumra no me raise temperature ne ma jomama sabia ontimi mu oman no se ye bom wo street mu pipe tu awu pipe we ejadam pipe
donko eno no Rollins say utwutu ana mesoma twutu afebe ka che se entrance na negotiate ba nipa no twutu na do nsa so dabri fo wabo waku enti so no na anu no onya no obo wa na wusu nya no abo no oku aku ni bi nya wonko abusiafo na ye
because another way say MPP for na decide yes Bank of Ghana na nkombesi kroma whether police o whether ediendi o omoko akosai niema samia oku STL dolu without police permit samia oku timi march boys every NDC MPP headquarters nam kwam ko ho ko bubu gate sai niema omu wie na jolu transformer yeah bra pani
let my vote count for say mo my kwanye blast transformer yeah she schools
tie and yeah bra pani twaja to transformer no me da akwasi kukunye me da akwasi from say police me so ko yeah do say ko shit transformer na me papa kokura oh so adia enkrofo we ya yes without police permit samia okunum yes ankwase ade no akwase transformer enti se aduru so na adia na essence Akufo-Addo transformer no esi di fie ni nche no utwaja tum
do me I do you
yeah, president sitting president akọ work awanima o twam wo opposition leader efie kwaya no na opposition leader boys atimi to abo atwituo atuo ei anka na mesia be ma chia fa ho biewo ene ya so wo power yi megege wa ma de besi asi megege sa
it is a open international community na attention na ene say obo wa boni bi o prawa prani bi o kumu nipa o su kumu nipa
obi se Akufo-Addo apieto nti on fa ho
very good. Somebody like Professor Mills, you can do this. Or Ansah, or a human being, or an instance, or nipa, or drain, or integrity, or compassion. To be Ansah Kano, or was any personal. Mahama, I was any personal. Even Kufuor, I was any personal. But now Akufo-Addo, and Akufo-Addo beer, and that a can tampo water for. A whom any Sionia born Nedia Frekum, Kwadama 20. Sadana Akufo-Addo to every play every hour to consider more called CEO summit chirame disaster esi wan kraha nda Akufo-Addo ensu to na yira fa nkrofo na nkrofo awu na osoja ni bi kura ne yire wo be kan a omu wi ensu fa omo e won kraha chiremu ba ko a ensu tote Akufo-Addo as a president e ko se wo ko akwa kohwe bebia accident ni kura siye se okwa akoma biri family ni kura okwa akoma omo yako chirame ba ko nana chirame ba ko Keta disaster tidal waves etimi washing crofo over thousands o madan edwiri nugu man crofo over thousands eye homeless. Have you ever heard of Akufo-Addo so akoho se okwa akochichire crofo were sani pa wani wo atinka woni atinka enti dia me pesa me sense sign this fo no a mo free so mo na ti diplomacy ase ya do mo pesa mo no bia ye fine said ye beya na semba obi anka obua
obunyawa abibi
person no obi aye fine person say na me fine gentleman
abibi
ye fine gentleman we need power in Africa. Akufo-Addo MPP o manya fine gentleman enom dey win election. Is that gentility say the diplomat ne dey bibia diplomacy ye ye mpede na professionalism mo ko TV radio so somebody is misbehaving krana. You are how many NDC communicators in MPP for abo mo including Sami Jamfi na no northern region ba ko say wa MPP for bu NDC communicators da be na mo so mbabu o mu bie penisi said ye ona sa anya wo ya ye nya ofa ye se obu ho na so ho no na uni squad a ka wanu tum din na pie ne ko go organize yourself bra na bete wo ka what the ye na so ye die ni bia on fa nya wo da o fi say Professor Mens bae and the choir or man penny could for the Rollins appointees. Victor Salomon Kogu afiasi maybe woo yet. And a Professor Messi almost be Makaku for the bank of Bedisi and some fue.
My uncle Tia committee report no and was some cacrato. Mommy uncle Diaba Bobie, let's go. Young for committee assembly. Assembly is simple. The entire Obiania Brenne Media.
Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been in the service, I can tell you he's the worst IGP we've ever had in this country. Not managing the police service well. And for me, for the 31 years that I've been...
My intel suggests that what was used to taped conversation was done by the current IGP. He sent some people to do it, and after which he went for it.
So you ain't wasting time. Your internet number, so it's okay. But on top, so far,
I mean, say conversation are very interesting. First, with him, for you bitter.
A point of law, Charles McCarthy has sent me a message. I say international media, so-called, will only cover stories that meet the criteria for global attention.
Mm-hmm.
They are interested in unusual development, not health works.
Very good.
So, which means, I say, Buga Bugaba Street, no more.
Buga, where prowess, where what palm and who's what power any. Eh, what palm and Yakasaka for him, Miss Mukasa for me, near say, and a bedroom attention.
You know what's in a make? Say, maybe na maybe leading minority near this year.
Anyway,
can then on Canadian Cabridge as in Kebugu.
And a quick one on this, would see ad hoc committee sittings now, and I'm a kind of massacre beam. And they were back on to me who said one. For a bitter. Now, IGP position a farm crow for be trim. Yes, a fat beam trim pa. I say be your bar. What na be ma hwa di hia na be ma ni ye. No one call her oba for.
No, anase oba e bia na ni da kwai se na nsane na be ma esi me pe was me pe.
Anase be ma bia.
Be ma na ayeye na.
Anase bia mechanic bia. Why tin mo remoi ya show be bad girl second university no you catch us wonya me class
ana say yem fa ne say obi a oton dokono no aton dokono ba na aton dokono a dia hwe be ma no
amra kwa brochiri
ana say bia wa be ye big crowd obi am fa say myjoyonline.com na what say
nya wonya me class afan crofotrim na fana afan crofotrim no so aboa Emma never be brave.
Sembeba de biama.
Edi aba. Na me. Ya hunu be pain. Me concern say ye din kan. Ye mo speaker of parliament. Bag na baso. Say ohun say hu be hia so better this ad hoc committee no ma nhwemu. Because I nhwemu we amanka ye hu de tuamu da. Ka ye be kan defend na ekọ. But am yet me hu. Nemum ayekun nana emane nye no Carlos Ahenkra they see what parliament die yet to Babin so agba na most Ghanaians were expecting say after say Babin best when in what take decision we wie no obamia probi nanke use Carlos Ahenkra as example am for mo snatch ballot boxes equals me him ewo election centers. But Nana Bibia says, I no fan who dear. And to me, I'm not expecting, say, with all these revelations that I was a committee, we are baby. Now, Aqua is a Ghana for court of competent jurisdiction. Mwan Casa court of opinion, Mwan Casa Monfa Mwadri, Debbie. Papa na raising issues. Wamian will say, please, can mafia. They can play mafia tactics in elections. And indeed, you won't be paying. I was go ye. Even now, no, I say no by election. We saw it first time in the history of Ghana. See a by election. Police for medical outreach van with police uniforms. I saw almost more health screening. At the amount Crawford, a bin see that.
I say
off.
Yeah, it's true.
And Crawford a chill man on police fake police uniform, military uniform with weapons. A chum nana a business. You could see say. Inti no cre say police for betima mafia election because we are dania election rigging bien one more e be go without nipa we in charge of security. Police in a security. So no security no compromise okuta weapon. We are civilian now so kwa make sure that the right thing is done. He can kill you. Said you come Crawford as a year a techiman south nothing will happen. Inti I'm expecting said that man will be held accountable. Young prosecuting Crawford. Na no amitie nana listo. Let me say last time I discussed have a conversation. As somehow kind and one I was repeating yesterday. We were na Benamona so the wall. Go was the Gonjo piece. I don't know. What the wall?
Which part?
Nana is trying to say a damn pare. And now bopa. any are recording no. Provided said the can cry no cray. Damn pan the board pass record a recording a brom damn pan the board the pass and send me feed the new by one car. So the import, the message buy and is very crucial. Before we catch us say my record, they will not suspect you so be BB. The national security for suspect you say there's something going on and they will not waste their time see a monitor. You do to surveillance. They say no question damn parimpo na my see a recording one. It must suspect BB and indeed say no credit he has been vindicated. Enti me ka say damn parenti no sa papa no no nansam a waka no achiremu a no nkro ba ne nya ne sa ma ne nko da bi let's be objective to this particular matter nipa no ye involve no omom ye involve no ye probo mu nyina wi a if there's any prima facie lana ye prosecuting crofo because election bia ye beko bia ye bekum nipa bia ne se nye soja ni ne kum nipa police fo ne kum nipa. Enti police for betimi aye bibi. Now nobody should also sit down and think say because say papaya smoke say dampare will not allow a mafia tactics election say dampare holy just say only as long as dampare is the IGP no election be benya Ghana be able make sure say credible and transparent so person dampare so fair. Asembe na NDC youth organizers wa mekoka ya o mekoche no. Asembe na Brana Champo koka ye. Brana Champo koka ni die wie na Ghana for expect so bechi no. Wa no invite MPP, ano invite NDC call police headquarters ka chem se momanya politics. Nenso enye policing. Asa. Wache dampare.
Brana Champo.
Brana Champo wache no. Asamwa Lord Kome koka wache no. Ba NDC no koka ya dampare be kwa ko fani sesia. Na election reggae no enye event a process we intimidate you before during obey intimidate you after obey intimidate you enti dampare has shown say yes onusu play a tactics mafia tactics against the political opponent daho nemom the import of this audio no na yendue mu nkonko siase na Ghana fo nyina ehu dentia Isa Mobila ye chinu kwche police ya police say ade che no wuda ho dentia most of times ye chin crofo political activists rom kokotumu a ade be che ubakwa na no nyina atesa Ghanaians will begin to understand because say NDC police and oho na so MPP ni wa kodin samfu no atodo aba be cells one mo pe bi ode ye because MPP ni NDC ti ado angma so sa so the MPP police enya NDC ni ado de be no because omo ti ado angma so always opese one party entina power and where are there cause nobody is saying say NDC ni sympathizers with the Ghana police service or the security NDC so sympathizers
but me no me wonto me jiri se ba bia Ghana adui no obi anyi nanim NDC police fo nyi omo anim NDC military for you omonim MPP a soldier for because omama ya ma ya hu se oman nu machiminu
simple
na fe de we nu gina na we nu gina ha ada beji wom no let's move
me kwa den kana nanka mini problem say betime amendment kura masa IGP position kura political appointment be civilian no ma be IGP
no be hwe se ne akwabit asare onzo oba na me kan asare biasem sa boy no ene Omakofa Professor Jenana Opokuni John JM His Excellency picture and omde mamna to no aye coat bi ashe JM ano and omde city logo
atosoma hu na I've seen it
and a city for be issue statement
a part of the rigging
eda omo Facebook MPP page o ga say Bobie na say ya enka sare
na national communication director Eric my friend say Richard Ahiagba one ankasa wanye bi avant to fake a part of the rigging tactics
but because they are MPP
very good since ki obi dey beka che say we publish false news ni akwache na ba beshim but we me dey omonye tina na me dey me sre say omo yo mo hwehwemu ni nyina wi a do mo ye nyina be cost 90 jobs.
Oh yeah.
So man prosecuting crofo amia hu de be kwa kosi e be cost 90 jobs. And it will be unfair for somebody to draw Dampare in this matter when Dampare has not been called to this committee. Yes,
which he will be called.
Yes, but
it doesn't also show say and some shouldn't be discussed.
Ojambewu na suongu ya na yemfre ni dwamfunu. Ma yemfre Dampare. Said the allergy against ono na abo pa me record e no. No so be say am pass on abo pa no a the ntia ombo pa no. Yes, original recording this no won ho. No more for original recording em na yentie. Now Ghanaians will know and understand. So we a political opponent, opposition party, like NDC. When you are police for your Kufabia Namon 10.
Finito.
Simple as ABC to Okwa. Okwa say Wonkwa na Okwa. Asem to Uncle Free Police. Uncle Free Police. Uncle Free Soldier. Because at the end of the day, one more I show my soldier tade, edit to show Monsano, a party vigilante boys. So mo mabumo no munkumo to one friend to nya kono a woni ni pa no finish ya ma finish wo hono mo a pepepe wulusu a walusu kofie wo weni a wo di victory na do kofie men ko sun hwe obi anim no even Ghana media will talk for you obi a meka bi mfa ma 2020 boot for boot na no an no form one mamugamu ni awie ye wie obi a ho futuro on fa nko ne fie simple as ABC please they are not there for you because ono no what one person na ba ne party tena so no okoso AC OP no odidi because na ba was wa papa wo free say baby wa kwa kodu say nyam pipi na was anko retire but pipi was when
no he was supposed to retire
2019 but pipi was when to okonkon on mo a twen say obenya IGP at least 1 month bi kura di keke but the moment 1 month bi ni keke na papa na fa di trim
okay yeah nanti
kwara say Honto Adebi Owa on Tiasia, I will let him have his opinion. But my opinion still remains a very potent advice.
Yeah.
I will say to think.
Be monitoring
No, please do.
Either this week or next week.
You see,
may I be responding?
No, do. I mean, you have always had an entrenched position on Dampare, whom I think, obviously, by whatever you think and others think, especially the NDC people who are on the Facebook discussing Dampare as almost a saint. Dampare wonye ni papa. Mekano empre du say mame sima ba ko a me de beka no empre du.
Boni a odin was spentest.
Oye nipa oye wudini. And I will never by any stretch of imagination think say Dampare eye nipa e was me sabi me boni hu da ro papa oye wudini oye mamboyeni aye tutrani the word terrorist no it best defines the name Dampare. Dampare ni ye kwa demonstration ye ne mu nyina na te ho ete dan ba akumu ana ye nyina ya fa ye ho adwen se ne be ya enkoye the police for ne civilians ento kwenti. Let's agree on the routes and more especially nipadoma eba no ekwanya police for so betimi afa so na sabi your presence alone will deter people from creating or causing havoc. Kabra, in that very meeting I remember the words of some persons who today are part of the COPs.
Oh yeah.
Catch you say enkwofo betimi aye agent provocateurs. Kabra we are no boys no mu free odoko police.
I am say in a kind. Says a meeting here near our headquarters so. Oh Yonu
came. No, Kenya Boa.
Yeah, Kenya Boa.
Kenya Boa ne kan.
Kenya Boa ne kan.
Yonu came in to settle the matters.
Kenya Boa ne kan say.
And your man fa.
A man for betimi asoma nkrofo
abefem. And you catch almost obi any obes mo obi just a police for now.
Yeah, it's true.
and no more bro yen. Ewo Obra Sport. Day 2 of the demonstration, Kwabena. Because that was not in contention, Anchor Court, anya you know. Baby, I must say, my mom, yen for hokra. And then on that day 2, first day. Day 2, no one, you can Jubilee House and in Nam. At the core finance ministry. Oh, nipa bi wo ho no ma. Eya na o madwe ye o mo say obi ye MPP ni nti no ye NDC ni nti wo say by hook or crook asem bi a wo ye MPP ni waka no e wo say wo de tan e kata wani e forget nyansa ani nimdie anyame de ama wo. Kwabena Alex Mensah o ye MPP ni waka offensive straight. And I remember saying this for say, omo person mo catch me say police ni bia no wo Ghana ha o ya NDC ni. Ah omo ne wo kokwa mu nkomo di ana. Ene na NDC for ma jimi papa papa. E be na ma hu police for tiri mu po. Enunti no because Alex Mensah ba bonte abeka so ya NDC wo ya MPP ni. No no o ye UPC ni nti no. Wo person wo catch me say sa asem na o kan ni nti no. Yemfa ehon tan emejira badwam ka se aya hoya dan pare wanya hoya na ka baby e wo free ba na omu ni posimu asa na wo ba posimu wonu adi fie se wo posimu wo mo ye COPs no wa ma matu bebrebe enye promotion na kan no ma wo be san binum ho a e ko no ko IGP nko aben ho eti adenti na ema ne nya ne ya obi ti se Kofi Buachi a wa meye IGP da me to it me ya aden na nya me ya. Such a fine police officer never became the IGP of this country. Aden na ni kwa se e was say ya me ya because he is the IGP that never was. And trobi o mo de nenam NDC for sometimes I don't na sometimes think deeply. Mon konkosha aya waso West Wargon investigation na emi short eye no. Listen to Alex Mensah. Kwabena one day find time and play the whole tape.
I will do this. I'll do it.
Na ma NDC for na o ma dwene na nya adwuma no. Omuntie no who exposed Aban way say or the vigilante abagana politics. Because we are and mind you Kwabena, nobody can sue Alex Mensah or anybody. You won't be funny court. Do you know why? It is a secret recording. It was a private conversation. Supreme Court has ruled on that matter before. And I will quote. We were in a Black Law Dictionary. And then a magazine, and I make a father catch. Our magazine. Law magazine. The Supreme Court in the case of Raphael Kubaji versus Michael Yeboah Asare and 2 others. Just a portion of Boamo BIA. To recall someone with whom you are having a telephone conversation is to interfere with the privacy beyond what he has consented to. Supreme Court ruling, the tentini tetiano. Oko record obi dan pare and edit sa record and come abugri na abu. And o record conversation no. Ah, na you wrong so obi be kwa na dan pare wan kwa lobby to want to be IGP and ko ba be IGP. Fufuo nyina wan wo. Oko wo fufuo kwana dan pare upa friends se ebusa no. Oko wo fufuo te efifire. Awhoro mpanifo cast. Wo ba ofia homache. No oba o ka nyina.
Na me say ndi Professor Milson nya wasom wo mo.
No, enya som a wo som say ya friend say be som. Okwa kope IGP no. Okwa horo kwa forecast. Okwa ye od na beti kwa chop money. Wo fufuo nyina. Ana odi be ya IGP. Na obi e wo opposition. Oh, Kwabena, you see when some people discuss Akufo-Addo and I tell you say sometimes what gets me to also ade ba ko pe wo Akufo-Addo ho a many not so for the whatever time to date. Me pay one one say when loyalty plays. Akufo-Addo. But he has not been fair to Alex Mensah. Obia we NDC ni se na NDC ni police ni bi boaw na wadwen ye wo se oba abamu a obekwa akofo obi foforo aba na ba be YGP a you will not be fair to that person. Anunti no se wo begira bonte na wo se o yaudi a adent le kwa ni kwa so odi yawo. Why you should ya adwuma wo opposition?
Ya mentwa no.
E na odi na ba abamu. Wa boa mo ba abamu.
Mentwa no. Me ne Judge BCI. And was Kwabena. Send this complaining and about judges are mentias. Nam say a day. As Bobie. NDC got the opportunity.
He messed it up.
Yeah, now we they are loyalists. And it's a Namoko retreat ever promising, sir, Bobie say ya. Edia na chese me memfa me hu nhim na mbe ne sa because we saw you 8 years back ye kan say o mo loyalist no a o mo gina pinti mam no mam nje o mumu na mo so mo de mo be the right thing eni sa judge o me di nkomo we wotia wo se enye ne ya na onye de
wo se ene ya
ese o ye ne ya
even though moving forward I think say sebi
enjanya de pa
no,
right?
Men can be that.
Yes, papa. Me no. My dream is saying, can you say any chichiro?
There be a yade papa.
Because of Akufo-Addo.
And because of Akufo-Addo.
But me, I disagree. Yes. Say, ye boo on mine say, yamfa on man for me party,
irrespective of the party.
Exactly.
And the tribe and whatever. Say constitution the cracker. Inti anon kwade. Okay. But Kwabena, me ni say NDC for. Se sa adwen na Akufo-Addo dey bu my way no se ba o ma adwen mu da enka ndisi be ko position da
among trim
because enka Rollins enko be make sure say obese sanko for the omako akogu Supreme Court e de omakogu High Court e de omakogu Circuit Court e de omakwa magistrate to hwan yum tin ko be hwehwe a select NDC for nko a e bi a law school cramp no nya NDC ni awuntimi nko bi. It would have been easier for Rollins to do that if he wanted to be very wicked against this country as he was described in the past. As will be a one pound my way, you know. Any power no so a human rights lawyer. When Kwasima Wodi. A tooth for a tooth is the best answer. An eye for an eye. Or the one when now the one any afe mu nyina mu ni any baako afe you will sit down and ask questions. Oh, me no dey na dia woman, we so dey na dia woman, then we in the end will solve problems. Say ya ka any baako ayan fa nso enyansa. What must say? But Kwabena sa nyoma ekoso ewo amayosemu any police ne soldier ne Kwabena, we should not be hypocritical about issues like this. Me, I hate hypocrisy.
Yeah, Congress, no?
Yes.
Well, and this Congress will Stadium the National Chairman.
Yeah.
And never dampari yen and you know the course were buying. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smart cars in that order. Say Obi and this niche t-shirt. Ebu pillar. Dampare to me sorry free need them anajo. Oh, me mo bo crophobia course be because anajo I tried contacting some few people. Now, Obi ni dampare kasa ma me metie the kind of words a free na numu about NDC. I was shocked. Guys need them 3 days. No more free tamale in the bar Congress. No? Now, utie resina or do a more gum 3 days. A best shock you say inti say because from all the conversations ni pay free no including cantonments no kogu some of the calls I was there me tie clear masumni but baby I tie ni ntini no aye din no atwa so na utie the kind of insema free omanu bafa NDC ho a
na ONDC ni ebi afre listo wa kra wa kokwa mbusa ne se listo wa because enema ye we etrim no ne de enim no
they don't know
enye sabi radio so ene ma betena na ma
but you see
because I be cry like
on top point ne say whichever way because utie unto ya unto was clear about Dampare affiliation with the MPP clearly ni nyema wo ye nyina nyema tan ena Dampare aye smart akosum mfidie enti a internal struggle ena mienu akotom because all the three they are MPP people Alex Asario ye ni Asario ayo they are MPP guys include Dampare
Obia MPP Dampare obia
ena wonu atimi asum ba akofidie with an MPP machinery into okay mamindri mika enko NDC for ho
mind you
na me nko penti me ho nkire NDC for say me maka kire NDC
me de na me fair
yeah maka kire NDC pani bi say Dampare sum NDC for fidie na enema tu
na de be yi wo no
enema tu Dampare opeska pa
yes
now say MPP for join man tena ho a okobo the highest bidder game 2024 give me big money na me be ho obama oba site kumawu a site o asen ko that time no mu na ye hu so mu be yi no
yes
it na so ye bibi no de turn around
yes
no de so NDC fu ani
yes
ye ya ni anima de kura Dampare ye ndie we aware asen ni nyina ye anima de kura ne wo ye
that's no leave then obi a ko leave
or side dream ka ba
o dream me ka ba asen off wo so ko 10 days leave
now say MPP for jai no man tena wo so a baomia mpe Dampare asem baomia ene na busuafo ne nkrofo ne Dampare wo problem in fact the asiri nyina ye baomia game the cause nyina baomia game so the issue is say baomia be a flag bearer bema you go pay or you no go pay 1 2 NDC minimum ba be bo game I'm still young moba metra as IGP NDC adwirimu no ye na da no ne nka se ai na de ye se dan support no yo ojeju du run November December na se bone ba ne trimu a you need the street to support you meanwhile wabua na mo use the police power to suppress the street I'm a street ni mo adwo say oye ne professional work also your professional party ebedu na be friend crofo chogbo emumre o obi aseme ma na fe de attack ko because look if that asem we buy meaning police from penny for district commanders regional commanders o me yakasa and this is support no mo jeep Dampare so no say they see o mo bufu no me no tia say I have one message here on my phone
I think also
yeah ena enfri baby faku across the region I was in Oti region 4 or 5 days ago masa the kind of things we heard there ubedwiru enti se ombetra se nipa na akoya albatross Alex Mensa no me de me obi a otimi yi nanim ka asem no me penasem achen obi otetetete Alex Mensa ka tro say me MPP ni me yo mafia yo mafia tactic
na chese minya wa me yo wo beda wo so na we de wo wadwe yo say
pani bi frɛ me Sunday ni say
o hitedu actually
ayi Dampare NDC for mo na Dampare MPP maintaining no na mbusa se na Dampare ugini di o se me na di agorache me nyini ni de na o se na di agorache o ya da fu nyini ni so why are you advocating why are you advocating that Dampare entra on tro anya dey anye omu yi no na so omu do obi ba o ye known MPP a ne ane de sia ni ye ne do obi anim say yetiwa known MPP card bearing member asumasi o ne yede na ebo known MPP card bearing member me I prefer say me no obi a minim pefe eche obi obeda NDC supporters say oni NDC fo na eko but ekwemu no or nadwene edani trim and that is what Dampare is doing and go you so asare we bɔne ɔdi saa asare wɔ headquarters na di no bɔne a ɔdi ne asare adi no wonim sɛ nnura ɔmo headquarters for no a na sending me asare pictures na kyɛ sɛ nsɛm bɔne ɔmo di ne adi no nyɛ asare na ɔkɔ committee no
dabi asare ya
asare CID
ni no
prosecutor no asare ya young boy to say ya asare ni
or even much younger.
Yes, much younger. Oni akoma say, oh, minimi nuanom Ghana for minimi nuanom brothers. Look, let us be fair to each other. Asare say there be. Because the empire can smart to trim. Say onye. Omo social media and media empire they don't know what is happening. Omo si omo party ase, drink up ase, no mo atwa pictures, no mo di nkomo, no mo asresere. Ebo 8 ya no makodo omo eyirachi. Ebo 1 am omo nima de kura ekoso nti wo kan omo ntiase. But me dampare o Alex Mensa no eye wan o me no obia nu a samafui. Thank you, Listo.
Then my conclusion was that whoever becomes the IGP no NDC wadwuma den ne here. Wo yire ho ye adwuma na wa we ne aba IGP ni tumi we. Na fe wo so ayire ho I make sure say who voice enough our constituency bia the police station bia to man the election. Ya we ni wo ho wi a na IGP no say or mema ene no obi anko ye wo fie.
Quick Credit Investments Microcredit Limited or see an cancer Ghana for nyina bosia dwumedie omoa bia ni ho asem da Eclipse Collateral Angel Investor dia ba wo dwuma say egu na